But yeah.
Yeah, there's no rush with 2 players. We are live. Alright. So last day you had a dancing storm where Planktown was forcefully moved towards the Navy, where a war broke out between or a fight broke out between Planktown and the Navy. But due to the situation that Planktown is in, the Navy managed to overtake the town quite easily. As far you guys took a long rest, and I'm gonna give you some information about what's hearsay and you hear that has happened. In the night, during the night of your long rest, most of the slaves were freed and clothed and treated for the worst were wounded. The total population of Planktown is approximately 2,000 people, mixed between halflings, nomads, and other races walking around here. Most of the other races are former slaves. They've already started small trials for people here that were clear pirates and have clearly murdered others in the past, and those have been found guilty and executed. They were given the choice between being hanged, beheaded, or poisoned as their death penalty. The less clear cases have been imprisoned for questioning and seeing if there are any witnesses in the slave population to their crime. Clear slave owners, as punishment, are given a choice: banishment and being branded for ownership of slavery, and if you ever return to the lands of Ambarak, you will get the death penalty, or 5 years of work in the mines. Less clear cases are imprisoned for questioning and seen for witnesses, just to make sure that if they are guilty or not. Anyone that is clearly innocent of both the crime of piracy and slavery is temporarily minor imprisoned. So basically, you have walking space, you have a region, you get fed well, but you're not allowed to hold any weapons and stuff like that. And is given a choice between going with the banished people, or try and make a better life at the settlement. Half the ships of Planktown have been destroyed due to the fact that they had a double anchor, and as Raufna moved them, they bumped into different parts of Planktown and basically destroyed each other. A sizable portion of the ships are taken into custody by the Navy, and another sizable portion of the ships are being de-weaponed, so that the people that are banished have a transport means to leave Ambarak. And that is about what you learn as you wake up the new morning.
Can we assume Xerxes did not sleep very well at all?
Sure, that is fine.
Because I'm thinking, like, he went to bed late and is literally, like, Fenrir forcing him to go lay down because he would just be pacing, trying to work out a plan, and nothing's coming to him because he's at that point of mental and physical exhaustion where he wants to do something, he wants to help these people and everything, and maybe, like, because we've got the 4 I was rescuing with us, correct?
Sorry? Yeah.
Okay,
They're in the... Let's see, they're in the lower level here. the ship.
Okay, I probably when I went to sleep instead of sleeping on the decks like usual, I would have went down with them and asked if I could curl up near them
Oh yeah, they have no problems with that.
and properly introduce myself. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
I I was so and so, but I am not that person, that kind of thing. And then I will, if I get a chance at some point, I would like to introduce the others to them. But like starting with Grimlock, since Reese
I'm
is the one
here.
here. This is Grimlock. He's a very trusted friend of mine. And then go through. This is Nathaniel. He is the one who is also a cleric. We were able to reawaken his clerical powers through a bit of faith and a bit of luck. And he says that with a bit of a laugh.
Nice to meet you.
Hello there.
He is the one that Grimlock. He's the one that recrafted my shield, and I'll show you the emblem that's on the shield of the crowned emblem of Heka. Which did we ever find an actual emblem of Heka, or is that on me to do, Yannick?
Um, he did not find one currently yet.
Okay. And I believe you know Michael and Vidan.
Yes. Hello,
Hi
you
there.
two.
Hey there.
I'm glad you didn't die, little flower seller.
I am also very glad that I did not die.
You did not
And
seem to deserve it. Neither you, Barky.
lastly, this is Ari. He was the night guard onto the living planes whenever I went on my sightseeing.
I see.
He
Sup?
we spoke a lot. He is actually very knowledgeable of the place where we're heading. Ari, you were telling me that you once spent some time in the city that was overtaken by the
Illyria.
yes.
Oh yeah, that's a hard.
You were the
That's
one
a.
telling me
Be
about
careful
the
there, though.
cannibal.
It's a horrible place.
Yeah, well, maybe if you choose to stick with us, maybe your knowledge will come in handy. And you're a bit of a swordsman, aren't you?
I know my way around a weapon.
Cool. Hey, I'm just happy to not be the shortest one around here anymore. And I'll kind of grin at Vidan, who I'm imagining in my head is just very slightly shorter than Xerxes.
Because of the hair, she is the same
He's
height as
taller.
you.
Nice.
Because of the bun.
And
If she wears it straight, she's shorter than you.
awesome. Uh, well, these are my fellow. Are we still calling ourselves nomads, or now that Samwise has scattered to the winds, are you all allowed to say the name of our race?
They all say never. Not until we have. Not until we have our own nation again.
Well, I'm. We've been promised, and Grandma, correct me if I'm wrong, because honestly, I didn't really pay much attention when Kareem spoke. But he's promised each person a bit of land, I believe, or do we have to take the land ourselves once we get there, Grimlock?
It's a bit of both.
Okay.
Basically, the situation is if we can secure the land, we will most likely be able to settle the land. But if we can't secure the land, we can't get it. You know what I mean? Like they're not going to secure it
Yeah.
for us.
Well, Grimlock is a very skilled tactician and leader. He's kind of the brains of our little operation. Don't tell Shy Mao. Um, I believe he's working in similar fashion to what I want to do to get you all a home. He's working on getting his people a home, and maybe
I
we can all work together, get Grimlock's people taken care of, and then maybe they can help us. Because I'm sure your people probably live a lot more rustic and can live off the land better than most. I'd assume, Grimlock.
Yes, I do have sympathy for your race. It is not easy. I understand that it may be on a grander scale, but we lost our entire homeland too, burned to a crisp, no longer habitable for us. So I can sympathize that you felt forced in such situations to do what you had to. And I can respect that you may be willing to try to settle as well. And my people, as long as you do not cause harm to us, I would say they could be an alliance there of a kind.
And we're headed back eventually to get McElvin and the rest, aren't we?
No, they basically went with the Navy fleet, and they're already back on the
Oh,
ship.
okay.
That's
Oh,
why
well,
they're
there
on
goes
the
that
map
idea.
again and everything.
Oh, okay. Hi,
Mhm.
Mr. McGee.
Hey, Xerxes!
I was going to say that those of you that didn't want to travel with us, I have a small house in McElvin's home city. You all could have stayed there, but it looks like you're along for the ride. I will at least do my best to protect everybody. Don't feel obligated to get involved in any skirmishes or anything, especially you, Vdan, unless you're secretly the most powerful wizard we've ever known.
I am definitely not a wizard, but one day I will be a great druid.
And I'll kind of nudge Grimlock in the side and go, huh?
What? Sorry, I looked away. I did look at something. What did you say? Sorry there.
Vdan wants to be a druid, she says.
Oh, you want to be a druid?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm,
This
I,
man is a master druid.
I could. I could teach somebody. It is not. It is. I've yet to teach anybody outside my own race, but I could give it a try.
You taught Squirrel Lock? Was that no?
What was fuck? What was his
I'm
name?
purposely brutalizing the name, but
I genuinely can't remember his name off the top
oh,
of my head. Oh fuck, what was it?
I thought it
Oh,
was Skorok because
well,
I mentioned the Ak
I
at
think it's
the end of
I
the.
definitely got Lock in it, but I can't remember what the first, but like
Okay,
Sorok was it? I can't remember. Did
it
I?
started with an S, but
Yeah,
Vdan.
Sparrowlock.
Sparlock.
Okay,
That's what it was. Sparlock. Sorry. Yeah, Yes, he was one of my better students. He at least took the lessons to heart. Though I do not. He's not the only student I have. I have quite a few running about, probably either within the tribe or in different areas.
and don't let him bluff you all. He's not just good at the druid stuff. He's he's probably. I'll kind of look around, make sure Amonhotep's not around. He's probably the best fighter on the ship.
Grimlock just puts a thumbs up.
And hey, I'm learning. Bulbug is Bulbug coming with us? Do you know, Grimlock, or did he leave with the prince?
He's still on the ship.
Oh,
No, he's still on the
okay.
ship. I don't know how long he'll accompany us for, but he's
Yeah,
still with us right now.
yeah. I assume Grimlock's been down here with these people, so he hasn't been up on decks to see who stayed around or anything. So
Yeah, fair enough.
he'd be. I'm sure he'd be nice and handy to have around, but I also don't want him to think he's obligated to stay just because I paid for his freedom. Although I wouldn't mind having that 20 platinum back, but it's in the past. It's just 20 platinum.
Yeah, that's 20 platinum. What is
I
coin
mean,
for the lack of friendship?
I did kind of get that much back when I went sightseeing, but that's besides the point. And I'll kind of grin at Michael.
Michael gives a thumbs up and a wink.
uh, are you wanting to set up a new bar somewhere, Michael, or what's your plans?
Well, first off, I'm gonna get my treasure.
Yeah. Oh, he's the one I was telling you about, Grimlock, that might look for a crew eventually.
Oh, I see.
He's the one I helped get a map.
Ah, makes sense.
And although I've figured out most of the secrets, mostly from looking into Jack's brain while he slept, but
As you do.
Hey, it was I was running low on time and magical potential. I had to do something. But I promised Michael it was his treasure, and I wouldn't take that. He earned it; it's his. But I also offered that should he ever need help, maybe we could help him go get it for a bit of a fee. Oh, and by the way, guys, I'm not actually a captain. It was. Now look at Grimlock waiting on like permission. That kind of, you know how a kid looks to an adult like, should I say this?
Grimlock just kind of shrugs.
Uh, it was best me being me. Of course, I thought I was just a very short human whenever we got there. Um, it was best for me to pretend to be a captain. Although I really like the name Captain Silvertongue, I might keep that one. I mean, not like I have a name anymore.
So, Xerxes Silvertongue.
Yeah. What do you think, Grimlock?
It seems like it works.
Let's just no, and then he kind of stutters through it a little bit, but he goes, "No more Osmark." It just
Fair enough.
didn't seem right anyway. You all spend a little bit of time with Samwise. I'm a little curious about something.
Sure.
Was he really a prophet, or was he just a really good bullshitter?
We thought he was the prophet. Maybe he still is.
Well,
He did manage
he,
to escape this place.
yeah, that's on me. I went and saved him, and then he left myself and Amonhotep to die.
Well, that definitely doesn't sound very prophet-like, says Michael.
Yeah. Said that they
Certainly not
erected a
with
statue
the
in my
prophecy
honor.
that was foretold. A
What?
cleric of Heka would find us a new home.
There you go, Nate.
Sorry?
I look at Nathaniel and I go, well, there you go, Nate.
No.
Oh,
That'll be I'd have to restore much of my old power.
over there is where our hired blacksmith is set up. Maybe if you ever feel up to it, I'm not going to push anything on you, but you ever want to get to tinkering, maybe they could use a master blacksmith, their advice.
Definitely, and my hands are itching to do something.
Oh, and can I call over? Is that Armand? That's the blacksmith.
No, the blacksmith is the guy underneath the name with blacksmith.
Okay. Yeah, my screen loaded weird, so they're overlapped. Let me refresh.
And Armand is the carpenter.
Okay. Well, just unless Grimlock sees otherwise, I don't think there's any reason for us to make you all take a task on the ship.
No, I want not Nathaniel says I want to do something on the ship. Makes me feel
Oh,
productive.
well, maybe. Hey, Armand.
Yeah.
This is my friend Nathaniel or Nate, whichever he prefers. He's a skilled blacksmith. Do you need a hand with anything?
Oh yeah. He can make some. He can make some new screws and nails.
There you go.
So Nathaniel goes towards the blacksmith and Armand to help out.
Yeah.
Vidan says, well, talking about productivity, I'm pretty good with vegetables and all sorts of things, so maybe I can help the cooks.
What do you think, Grimlock?
Yeah, seems good.
We've got a pretty good cook, but more vegetables is always good as far as I'm concerned.
She nods and goes towards the cooks. Ari says, well, I'm generally trained as a guard. So should I just go on the up front and keep guard for a while?
Yeah,
Well, you
yeah.
got pretty keen eyes from your days of watching the planes, I'd assume.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe helping some of our other guards out a little bit. Not necessarily commanding them or anything, but giving them some pointers. It's always good to have another point of view on stuff.
All right. Also goes upstairs. And then Michael is like, I can do lots of things on the ship, but if you want me
Yeah,
to
you were
do
a sailor.
sorry,
Yeah, you were a sailor before, weren't you?
correct. I can take the wheel when when your wheelman's down. That's about my biggest talent on a ship.
That's always
What do you
useful to
think?
have.
Payman could probably use an
Yeah,
extra hand.
like give him a break every so often, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
How
That
are
way
you
you could shift.
with
Hmm?
how are you with navigation, Michael?
Pretty good.
That's something I wouldn't mind learning a little bit of that. I mean, Grimlock's really good, but once again, it's always good to have an extra person that can read maps and stuff.
Oh yeah, I can give you a couple of lessons for that. That's no problem.
Okay. I can make maps, but I'm not the best at reading ones that already exist.
Ah.
All the little intricacies and stuff that people put into them, all the little special markings and stuff. 'Cause you should have seen the map they have, Grimlock. That thing is intricate.
What, Matt?
The map from my sightseeing.
Oh, oh, no, okay.
I
I
love
was
how
like,
it's still just the three of us, and I'm still. I don't want to openly say I robbed a guy and then had his house burned down.
yeah, like everyone on the ship wouldn't even care. Like, yeah, you got the guy's house
Yeah.
burned that specifically by a bunch of druids. They just wandered up and just firebombed his house.
He's going.
Makes my
Michael
Northern
is
Irish
going to
characters
go
proud.
walk away and go and help Payman.
Okay.
Well, there you go, Xerxes. You were able to save some of your people, and there's probably plenty more that'll be saved.
The best amongst them. I really don't like the idea of some having to serve in the mines, especially if they didn't really do anything. But I understand that
Slave
maybe,
owners.
yeah, maybe I can have a little bit of a voice with Kareem once all this is done, and
I
kind of
think
become like a voice for my people.
I think that is the role that you are meant for. Let's put it that way. One thing I will say, though, Xerxes, I know it's not ideal that your people are being maybe forced to do the labor, but to be fair, in the scenario, more often than not, they would have been just executed on the spot. So
Yeah,
I would take
and
it as
really,
at least a good sign of leniency.
yeah,
Now, if
and
you
I was
hadn't,
thinking about it, and
Mhm.
sure, I don't like the idea of anybody having to work against their will, but at least this way they'll be fed. They won't have a constantly swaying death trap under their feet.
Yeah, like that place was not exactly stable.
Yeah, tell you
That,
what, I am excited to get off the water. I've had enough of it.
to be fair, even though my species isn't really a seaborne race. We like to live near rivers where we can dip in and out of
Yeah,
the water and sunbathe. Here, the air's too salty and it makes my eyes water a little bit.
yeah, it probably isn't the best on your scales either.
No, it's not amazing, but it's not the worst. In the dry desert heat, it's worse though, because you get cracks in your scales, and that's just a
Oh,
whole heap of infection.
wait, you're not from the desert?
No, no, my people originally from a forest. Well, a rainforest, I believe you would call it. It was burned down by the Crusaders. And, well, we
Like,
found
and he'll
us.
point at the crown.
Yep, those ones. I don't know if these are the ones who did it, as I was not alive at the time, but I know that they were their holy order was the ones who did it. They butchered my people quite heavily. Now the population is somewhat better, but being in the desert is not ideal for our race. We're used to more wet conditions. Partially the reason why I'm going to Ashara is because I know they have great floodplains and large rivers that run through the middle that are unsettled.
Oh. And here I've been thinking Arshara is just more desert. I guess when you grow up where I did, you just assume everything's the same.
That is fair. I've been. It's just. I would have tried to bring my people there other methods, but with the giant invasions and other things like that, the territory was too dangerous to risk. Plus, I had no guarantees the land would be ours, and we're not. As a people, we are strong individuals, but we do not have the numbers to oppose larger forces. Like if the Prince Kareem decided to bring down a Ashara, or not Ashara, but Ambarak's
Umbra.
forces on us, it would be a slaughter on one side. Despite our people probably putting up a valiant fight, it would just not be worth the
Oh.
cost.
I have been rummaging a question for you around in my head.
Yes.
How did you hear about this whole expedition?
I have
Were you
been
back in your home when it came up, or?
No, I had been decidedly on it traveling. I had been traveling for a while amongst the kingdom to learn of their people and see opportunity. And when I heard that there was a invitation somewhat open to any strong adventurer types, I seized upon the chance.
Oh, okay.
And I made a name for myself, hoping that I would be able to. Sorry, damn. Just to be specific, was it just invitation, wasn't it? So
Yeah.
yeah, I tried to make a better reputation for myself, and was lucky enough to be invited in. I tried to make myself helpful amongst local areas, especially around Emberock for a while.
Oh, okay. That's a lot more interesting than how I ended up in this.
Yeah, you kinda got swept up along with it, to be fair, but
I outran a hyena and had a crazy cat lady drag me along.
yep, that's literally what happens.
And he just kind of shrugs. So what's the plans now? Are
Well,
we back on the move?
yeah, I think we're going over to the next. We're going to the city of Shara, weren't we? Or what city was it called? Sorry,
We're
DM.
going to Illyria. It's the
We're
next
going to.
base location.
Yeah, we're going to Illyria. Ahead of the fleet right now while we secure a bit more stuff and understanding, basically.
Currently,
Yes, we
you're
kind of.
still with the fleet,
Oh, I
or
know, but like, yeah, yeah. But that's our plan is to move
Mhm.
ahead. And then hopefully, once we get things settled there, using Prince Cream's influence and our own strength, we'll be able to secure some land for people to settle. And maybe sort out whatever political upheaval is happening there.
Well, hopefully we can convince Amon to maybe leave Omarosa back on the ship when we get someplace like that. I don't think they'll be much of a fan of her there.
Yeah, well, she's technically still part of the aristocracy there, so there may be
They're also eating
uses.
the aristocracy.
What? Oh, what? In where? Sorry, this city?
That's what uh, Ari told me is that like they would drag the nobles and the former magistrate got drug into the streets and murdered.
I know, but like that was like during a certain time. It's probably fine.
He didn't tell me how long ago it was, did he?
No, not really.
Okay. It did. I had the feeling like this was like a year ago or so, but I'm also not the best judge of time.
It was at least a
Let's
while
just,
ago, I think. But either way, it's what it
yeah,
is.
let's just be
Mhm.
on the watch, and I definitely want to make sure how now that I know, like that lady back in Tabra's recognized my race immediately. But want to make sure that my brother hasn't completely ruined the reputation of our people.
I hear you on that one. My brother, I love him, if that's what the word I would use, but he is difficult to like.
I think that's the problem with Samwise is he was sure. I'll admit I'm pretty gullible when it comes to a chance to have something in this world, but I just wanted something that obviously I'm not going to end up getting. And I guess I'm slowly accepting the fact that family is just something that I'm supposed to get brought into and not really have naturally. But I've got Uncle Dalen, and if I ever come across his son, and we're slowly getting something.
Well, to be fair, sometimes family, at the best of time, is difficult. So, I understand that your brother's betrayal wasn't exactly great.
I mean, I
Say
should have
the
seen it
least.
coming.
Maybe, but sometimes we willingly blind ourselves to things so that we can believe things are going to get better.
My uncle Rolgo always said that hope blinds us from the inevitability. Like we want something so much that we don't see the truth.
But to be
And I
fair,
think that's what happened to me. I am sorry for getting us into that.
no, it's all right, Xerxes. I understand that the kin is important, and it is hard to shake such bonds. I do not
I just
quite understand it fully, but I understand it.
I don't think Amon's going to have the same look at me anymore. And as much as I like to give him hell all the time, his opinion kind of matters.
You okay?
Yeah, sorry, that was work calling.
Ah, okay. Wasn't
I'm
sure if
not
you were
going to
picking it.
answer that.
We want you to do
Okay.
another 14-hour shift.
Yeah, well, they sent me a message and I just responded, so they're just wanting to know where the paperwork was, so that they can enter it into the system. And I'm like, it's already entered in the system. You're fine.
But sorry,
But anyway,
what were you
where
saying there,
was I?
sorry? You were saying about Monotap?
I'm on it. As much as I like giving him hell and everything, his opinion actually kind of matters to me. Like,
Mm-hmm.
no one, you've stood up for me a little bit and everything, but I would never expect you to go face to face with a godlike creature for me.
I'll admit that that's a hard one to go with.
I mean, I don't think I would do it for any of you all. I mean, I would probably try to come up with some plan, but I couldn't run up and smack it with my spear and knock it down. That was you weren't there, but it was like I don't know, his inner Xerxes came out and he got stupidly lucky.
The thing about Amonotep, he can be
Overbearing.
interesting. A bit, yes. But overall, I think he's got a good heart. And his prowess and strength are unquestionable, I believe. He is a warrior I believe I would like to have at my side for a long period of time. I see his potential, and again, his good nature tends to be the better of him. He may be a bit absent-minded, a bit slow on the uptake, but overall sturdy and reliable in his own way.
Yeah. He definitely doesn't like being opposed, though.
No, but I think it comes with the nature of the type of paladin and oath he's took. They're usually headstrong at the best of times. I have seen that with the Crusaders. I know he's not exactly the same, but the idea is those type of people take an oath and they're very stubborn about things like that.
But I think things should hopefully start piecing together for us.
Yes. Yes. Hmm. Well,
As you
yep, that's right.
talk, you hear a large. You hear a bell ringing. Pung, 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 pung.
We should probably go check on that.
Yeah. Lead the way. I'll try to keep up.
Yeah, Grimlock will head back. I'm assuming up to the upper deck. Over here.
As you come to the upper deck, you see your crew members looking around, and you see that the bells are coming from the different navy ships, and they're all ringing.
No.
Hey, Payman, you know what those mean?
Something that has not happened in my life, and I hope that it be the last time it happens in my life. The
And
Sultan has died.
shit.
This is
Gen-
an honorary moment to praise his life, and we ring the bells as many years as he has ruled. 82 years.
Is somebody on our ship already ringing the bell?
Nope.
Now, do it now.
Or that whatever the elf over there in the corner.
Walks over towards the bell and starts ringing it.
Good. Keep it going. Do it as long as everybody else. We got to show our respects.
Mm-hmm.
Murphy just shakes his head.
But to be Zaxi, this is not exactly the best. God, I was hoping that old one would stay alive for a long time yet. He seems like a kind ruler and easy to talk to. Hopefully the next...
Who was the actual crown prince? Do we ever meet the crown prince?
Prince Mansour. So,
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
that is Prince Kareem's father.
Yeah, no, I would because I was not sure if he was like where the what do you call it what the discussion was going, but yeah.
Well, actually, I was like, well, at least Prince Mansour seems to be a decent sort as well. And at least with his son with his expedition, it should make things easier.
I'm just gonna have to make myself start accepting that some nobles are okay. It's gonna take a bit.
Don't get me wrong. The point of birthright is stupid, in my opinion, but when they're good, they're good. Take them as they are, as they come, and hope that they're better than their last predecessor.
I just don't care for people that think they're born better than others. But I also understand that I think because we are the poor and live by our wits and everything that we're better. So maybe it's not a whole lot different, but I can at least argue that we're better. And he just leaves it at that.
Grimlock kind of shrugs. He's like,
I really don't have any attachment to the whole thing. It again just I more care about what they're like, in this case, for my own good.
As Bilbuck says, I am going to give my what's the word again?
Condolences.
That one to my friend Prince Kareem.
That is fair. Actually,
How are you going to do that?
I walk over to him and I say, I'm sorry about the death of your grandfather.
No, aren't we sailing? How are you going to get to his
no,
ship?
that's. I think we're kind of like docked still.
Yeah, you're still docked in Planktown.
Oh, my bad.
What remains of that?
actually,
I had it in my mind that we were on the move. Okay, cool. Yeah, that Should
I
we
actually,
all?
what probably I'm at least going to go because that actually seems like a good idea.
Can can I look and see if there's any funeral rites that like we amongst the people
You can make
like
me a history check.
that we should do as people? I probably wouldn't know a whole lot being my birth rank and stuff, but I'll try and see. Go back to normal. I was on advantage for some reason. Make sure I don't have guidance. So we're doing the history.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Tori.
Well, it's not that special, so that is a success. It's very simple. A proper mourning to someone is to basically shake their hand with two hands instead of one.
Okay, I
So
will.
you grab the inner and the outer palm with both your hands, and then you shake. That's about it. There's the when it comes
Okay.
to way of consoling people when they died or when a
Sure,
loved one died.
I will explain that to Grimlock. Just it's a basic sign of respect and mourning. The handshake. I don't know.
Thank you, Xerxes. That'll actually be very helpful.
Well, I thought maybe because you like Kareem and you guys he's been in your mouth, so you guys are friends.
When you say it like that, yeah, like there's a bond there, I guess. Some could say.
It's just very matter of factly like
Yeah,
we've been
yeah.
in.
Grandma kind of like makes a face of like, you know,
You're kind of right. It's
He's
it's
been in
something,
here.
or it's it's a rare experience, I would say.
I don't want to do it.
That is fair. Hopefully, it never comes to that point. But if it's between you dying or getting in my mouth, I think you're going to have
Let
to
me
choose.
die. Let me die.
I
And
will.
Bulbog charged together with Prince Kareem, and we saved the world as the Cloaked Hero Gang.
Mm.
Cloak
Well, it's
Hero Gang. I'm gonna write that down just so I remember it.
Exactly.
You're
well.
gonna have to tell me all your stories so I can repeat your stories and maybe write books about you with pictures.
And then when I hit someone, it goes like Katsash, right?
Yeah, and wabam and pow
And
and makes explosions. And I'm gonna do like minor illusion and have it just say pow in the air.
oh, I love that. Now let's go charge forward and give our condolences as he runs
Alrighty.
off the ship.
Wait up, Bulbug, and I'm gonna catch up, and I'm gonna finally take the shackles off his wrists.
Okay,
Thank
let's
you for
go.
all your help. Thank you for all your help, Bulbug.
No problem.
You were money well spent.
I am the best money spent. Now charge forward and
Bulbug, that's
noob
water. Bulbug, watch out.
walks through a house.
Bulbug, no.
I mean, I'm
See
Okay.
a
not gonna use it.
bulbug-shaped hole in the wall.
Oh boy,
Hey,
Bulbug.
look, a door.
That's one way to describe that. Okay, let's go
Can
meet
we
with
keep
Prince. You can ask him to keep him. But let's go speak to Prince Kareem and give our condolences. One thing I will say for you, Xerxes, I understand your reluctance to like nobility, but if you want to get anywhere with your people, it may behoove you to buddy up with the current nobility in these areas to make sure
I
that
was,
they're more secure, even if you don't like them. Act
yeah,
like
I was
it's.
thinking the same.
Mhm.
Although we were pretty well to do in Umbrock, we were pretty looked down upon, and it resulted in some not so legal manners of getting some things we needed. So maybe if I can, like how you put it, buddy up to some people, maybe I can go about things a more legal way.
Again, it's for your people. We are
Yeah.
sometimes we have mm, A cross to bear as such. And
Yeah.
sometimes that is to grin and bear the attentions of less noble nobles.
As much as the nomads are my people, but the poor and downtrodden, anybody that's been enslaved or put in a place where they don't want to be, those are my people, Grimlock.
Fair.
But I
Well,
understand what you mean. The lizard folk are your people. The nomads are mine. You kind of think for a bit. Does Shy Mao have people, or is it just like
but she's
her
kind of
and Tori?
that's her and her siblings, and then she's kind of a part of the people of Ashara in general. I don't know exactly what she considers family or her people. Most likely all of
Yeah,
that, I would say, though. She seems like a very open-hearted kind of person.
yeah. I like Shy Mao. She'd probably.
Mm.
I hope she's not having it too rough that her new friend just kind of disappeared after she helped her.
Well, probably not.
Now, that
Yeah,
character's still on the
yeah.
ship.
Oh, are they? Okay. Awesome.
Oh yeah, sorry. I thought you were talking about Satir. I forgot
No,
you're talking. I thought you're talking. I forgot. I kind of nearly forgot
no.
about the other person because they only showed
The,
up in the session.
all I remember is Liz
Hmm.
was her pirate name.
Yeah. Well,
But yeah, let's go. Let's go talk to Kareem.
mhm.
Should I practice on referring to him as Prince? Do you think?
Yeah, probably do that. Again, kissing
Yeah,
ass is an effective manner of keeping
yeah,
things
but
in
it's
good
right.
standing.
Like I have to stand on my tippy toes if I'm gonna kiss it, and then they'll just have that conversation as they walk.
No, I don't mean literal. Like they don't kiss his ass. I mean, like, it's like a very weirdly literal conversation, and they're both like
Yeah,
talking about
like
back and forth.
like if I'm gonna do it, it's there.
Like it's fine. Just don't actually kiss his ass. That'll make everything very awkward very quickly.
What if he asks me to?
Well, then you do it. You better.
And cut scene. Roll
Yeah,
credit.
we get onto the boat.
There on the boat, you see Bullbug hugging Prince Kareem. I'm so sorry. My condolences. It's so bad. You miss your grandpa.
Oh, he's such a good soul, that Bullbug. Though being in his iron grip is scary.
You see Prince Kareem, like, Bullbug, I can't breathe. I'm so sorry. Ah, Bullbug has stupid cow brain. Almost killed his friend. It's okay, Bullbug. It's okay. As you see Bullbug lets go, Prince Kareem takes a deep breath. Can you ever forgive me, Kareem? There's nothing to forgive, Bullbug. Your actions come from well-meaning motivations. I look forward to traveling with you for and I'm so grateful to see you again. Yes. Shakes his hand and walks away. You still have a line of criminal filth that chose to be beheaded. Yes, Bullbuck. Dan Bullbuck, so charge forth and behead the criminal filth. Bulls charge. Green like, Bulls charge.
God, I hope he doesn't break anything.
I'll approach Prince Kareem.
Welcome, Grimlock.
Hello, Prince Kareem. I am sorry to hear that your grandfather has passed, and I have come here to give my condolences.
And I put out my hand to like take his and both.
He raises up his hand as well.
Mm.
Thank you,
I,
thank you. It was something that was to be expected at his age, but it still hurts.
yes, He was a good man from what I could tell, a very capable ruler, and a venerable one at that.
Mm-hmm.
I think his loss will be felt keenly by all, but especially you, Prince.
Indeed it does. Ruled in Barak for more than 82 years.
That is
My father has a large legacy to follow.
that is true. But your father also seems like a good sort too. So hopefully all going well, he should rule long and happily.
Mm-hmm.
I am glad to have made his acquaintance before he had passed.
I'm happy I spent so much time with him.
Mm.
Once their conversation reaches that kind of lull where it becomes a little bit of small talk, Xerxes will step forward.
Perfect. That's exactly what I was thinking. This is the point where the conversation kind of ends, but it's kind of hard to keep going. But you need to keep it going, but you can't keep it going.
Yeah. And Xerxes very awkwardly will attempt a bow, but it's very obvious he's trying, but it's not going very well. um, I'm not very good at talking to royalty, so I do apologize. But
Do not worry, Xerxes. You may talk to me however you talk to anyone else.
and there's an immediate sigh of relief all over his body, and he'll take his hand, but instead of the like handshake cup, he like fully cups like a priest would, even though it's very tiny hands, like a kid grabbing somebody's hand when they're about to tell him something, and just kind of whispering where only he and Kareem and maybe Grimlock can hear it. Pardon me, my voice is going in and out. But he'll say, I have experienced loss as well, but never can. If I can ever be of any comfort to you, even if it's just an ear to listen to as you tell his stories, I am more than willing to then write those stories down and pass them throughout my people and the people of this world so that they can all hear the type of man your grandfather was.
My grandfather was a heroic man, did many things.
Well,
My
if
favorite
you
memory of it was when I was a kid, and back then my father raised us very protectively, and we weren't allowed to leave the royal palace. But I always stared at the river of the river from the royal palace from my room. Yes, we had luxury and things, but I always wondered what was out there and how it was at the waters. And so one day, my grandfather and me both disguised ourselves and sneaked out of the palace without any of the guards knowing. And we spent our times in small fishing boats on the great river.
uh, I would love to hear more stories. I did want to ask. I understand many people here, and I will look at his bodyguard and the master ships. That many people here knew your grandfather and probably thought of him very fondly. I'm not much of a holy man, but I'm trying. If we would all like to have a remembrance of him, I am more than happy to help you in that regards.
That was to some extent the topic that I wanted to talk to you guys about.
Yes.
Um, as tradition dictates, all members of the royal family must go back to Ambarak to um, do the official for the official burial
To the
and for the
funeral
Yes, the funeral rites and the uh, crowning of my father with the mourning and the celebrations of both. That means that I have to take a temporary leave of absence of the expedition.
Mhm.
And I was you all have done such good jobs at helping in the expedition. Um, I was wondering for a little while if you guys could take charge of the area here.
Yeah, most likely, Prince. Is it what you need that we can provide?
It is it's very simple. I want the expedition ships and a part of the navy to travel to Illyria and wait for my return. When I return, we with a small group will go to Canero, where we will talk to the Pharaoh to settle anything we do with the lands.
Mm-hmm.
But I want our ships to already be there and be protected from the dangers that are there. Because Illyria is not a safe place, and I need people in charge to command my men that remain in with you guys in Illyria. You've done so much good. Uh, I'd ask you to come along to take charge, because other nobility I have to take with me as a honor guard, as tradition dictates. If I leave someone behind of nobility uh, in charge of the fleet, that would be seen as a great insult, as they cannot mourn the former sultan, and they cannot uh,
The
feast for the
crowning.
new sultan.
Understandable. Well, I
Well,
believe.
Amon have to go back with you as a paladin of the Sultanate.
If you wish to, you may come back with me, but know that you'll be gone from the expedition for a long time.
Oh no, no, not me. I was meaning Amon. He's one of your.
He is a paladin, but not of nobility, I believe.
Oh.
No, no,
And there's that immediate look to Grimlock, like as soon as he says not nobility, there's that look of huh?
no. He's not noble. He's a
He's a
knight
he's a
at
soldier,
best. Yeah, soldier at best. A knight.
high-ranking soldier.
Hmm. It's not quite. You can. I don't know to be fair in your sultanate, but sometimes they can earn nobility titles, but it's not common all the time.
Correct.
Yeah,
How long do you plan to
be gone
be
for.
gone?
I do not know.
Mm.
It's going to take at least the minimum I'll be away is a month. But then everything will go perfectly and very fast. And as experience may have learned all of us, things never go perfectly.
That is true. You always have to plan for things going wrong.
Sometimes you end up in a shark's mouth. I don't.
Yeah, jumpy.
Well, that went exactly as planned.
It was, but it was.
You know, when I talk to my brothers at home, none of them are going to believe me that I jumped into a shark's mouth and survived.
No, I was glad to be of service, and I'm glad it worked out. I would have not wanted to try to explain to, especially not your father after he's become Sultan, that his son died in a botched rescue attempt. That would be awkward in the extreme, someone could say.
Oh yeah.
I understand you're going back to mourn your grandfather, and Xerxes kind of hangs his head. Is there? I understand it's well, like probably not possible, but if I was to give you a letter to take to my uncle for me, or for you to have delivered. Could you do that for me, or is that
Definitely.
me stepping? And there's like immediate smile on his face.
That is no
I
problem whatsoever.
that would mean so. I miss Umbra.
Hmm.
I miss it too.
Confirm.
Grimlock kind of like pats Xerxes back, kind of like in that kind of nice, like, good job, good, you're doing well.
Uttered saying
But
Prince, but he got it out.
Yeah.
at the end of the day, I shall leave with a part of the Navy and fleet to go there. Uh, you have until the end of the day to write your letter. I will
Is
instruct people that uh, Grimlock, you, Amonotep, and Shamau are currently in charge until my return of the fleet of the expedition, and they are to follow your orders as if they were mine. In terms of how the politics of it works, it'll be a vote of equals. If you would need a majority of the votes to make a drastic decision.
That is fair.
I just need to do some paperwork for that and to inform the rest.
Mhm.
Are there any
I
questions you have of me for this position for now? Of course, I will also write down and give you the proper paperwork that the ship you've been using now officially belongs to you.
nice. Um, I know this is more of something you can give me later, but I would like to know the amount, just vaguely the amount of ships and amount of soldiers that may be available, just in case it becomes pertinent at any point. But that can be something if you want one of your aides to make up later. It is all right.
We've left with about the entire expedition crew is about 100 ships. So minus my ship and the honor guards, you'll probably have about 90 ships. Remember that the navy itself is in use of Emir Rahim, the master of ships, and it will return back to Tabris, where it
Yeah,
is stationed.
that's fair.
So you'd have about, with the 90 ships, you would have about 10 ships plus your own that are based around warfare, and the other 80 ships are based about either supplies or settlers.
That's fair. Good to know. Good to know.
For us reaching out to you in case of emergency, I think we used up all those scrolls you gave us, unfortunately.
Do not worry.
Um,
Although I do not have spare scrolls, and in this case, uh, I don't think if anything truly happens while I am away, there's much that I can do to help you in time.
okay.
That is fair.
I'm working on trying to learn that spell myself, so if we do end up at that point and I can figure it out, it will most likely be myself reaching out to you. And I'll try not to do it unless absolutely necessary.
Alright.
Well, these are all good things to know.
And
We
and we should inform him. Oh, he was there. Never mind. I was going to let the prince know that we did use both of the scrolls of object invisibility, but I think they were
yeah.
used
Well,
for the right purpose.
yeah. It secured the prince's escape, so I couldn't really say that was a much better use than that.
I approve.
I think you do, yes.
Ooh, definitely a spell that.
Just remember that you're going to Illyria. Illyria is a dangerous city. It doesn't have an official guard, So on your arrival, you'll probably, with the Ambrakian sailors and soldiers that you have, you'll probably be the most powerful faction in the city at that point.
Mhm.
People
Very
will
well.
try and use that.
What are we even called? Are we just the expedition?
The settlers.
Oh, okay.
We will make sure to keep things not be used. And if we are to use any of the forces that we have, it will be only in defense and furtherance of the goals that we have previously set out.
Nods.
We will
Now
not
I
try to
must.
do
Is there
silly things.
anything you would ask of me? I must take my leave and start with the preparations for my leave.
Uh,
Can't
can
think of
I
anything.
can I step forward and offer to take his hand again? Can I just say a little prayer for you?
Sure.
And I don't know if the prince is religious or anything, but I will say this in Dwarven because that's the language that comes most natural. Great Heka, whoever you truly are does not matter, it is simply that you are. Please watch over Prince Kareem and his people as he goes home to see his grandfather into the great beyond. If your magic can be of any benefit, please bless it upon him so that he can return to us. And then I will release his hand and it won't matter, but I'm going to cast guidance so it has a physical
Mm-hmm.
look that my hands will glow that teal color and I will pass it to his hands as a symbol of the prayer.
He closes his hand and puts it on his heart and says, "Thank you."
And I'll turn and look at Grimlock and just kind of under my breath go, I'm trying.
You're doing well. Um, but I don't think there's anything we'd want to ask of you at this moment in time. Can you think of anything, Xerxes?
No, I better go write that letter.
Yes. Um, hmm. Yeah, I don't think there's anything at the moment. The information you've given us and the trust you have imbued us with is greatly appreciated. And we will hope to honor that trust when you get back.
So we're telling Amon that me and you are in charge, right? And he kind of laughs.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Oh shit! I just sorry, something fell. 1 second.
Dropped your water.
No, it was like I was eating something earlier and there was a knife on my plate and I put my hand up and I just smacked the bottom of the knife and it just went spinning away. Um, but sorry, but yes, Prince, it was good meeting you. I hope you have safe travels. Actually, I guess I don't know if this would really matter or not, but I guess well, you're going to probably give us a letter of your authority, I would assume.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would be the only thing. But if you're giving one already, that doesn't really matter.
As he takes his leave to start informing everyone about the current situation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll go back to our ship if nobody else stops us. Can we take a break here? I just need to go to the toilet real quick.
Sure, no problem.
Okay, back in a bit.
Sorry, I'm back.
You.
Ooh.
You there too, Xerxes?
Yeah, I never left. I've been typing.
Hi. Oh, the letter.
Yep.
Alright.
It's going to be on my character sheet under additional features and traits. That's the
Okay.
only place I could find to type it where you would readily be able to get to it, but I'm typing it out. And I'm also, whenever I deliver it, I deliver a small bag of coins as well to be taken to my uncle. If he will.
I gave you a handout that you with the letter to uncle, and
Okay,
put it
thank
in
you.
your thing.
I'll copy and paste it then.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
Yeah, it works.
So returning back to your ship. Boop, not here because he is decapitation.
Yes.
Oh, is
Kill
he
the
actually
criminals.
executing people?
Sorry.
Is he actually executing people?
Yes.
People that have been people that are on the kill list. He is.
I love that. Like I and Xerxes didn't think he was actually going to be doing that, and then we walk past it, and it's suddenly, oh my god!
And a
Oh my
1
god!
and a 2 and a 3. Clunk, 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 clunk. 3 in 1 hit. Woohoo!
If you can
I
say
don't
one
think I
thing,
can hold back my breakfast.
yeah, you should probably move along. If nothing else, though, he is efficient.
That's. Ooh, I think I drank with that guy.
Yep, probably. I think I met that guy over there, actually.
That's. Ooh. And I will hurry along.
Yeah, come along, Xerxes. It's all right now.
Who's
Like,
next?
it's not
And
so
then
much
the
difficulty
crowd
with
of people sees it, and then like a bunch of them are like, "I would like to be hanged, please."
They're so nice about it.
Oh boy. Yes. Oh boy.
All right, the letter is on there.
Oh,
And
is there anything you want to do in what remains of Planktown right now, or so I skip forward the time. You give the letter to Prince Kareem, and
Yeah.
then you set upon your journey in charge of the settlers' fleet.
I would like to ask Grimlock something real quick.
Sure.
Hey, Grimlock, the your shark buddies.
Oh yeah, the avatars.
What happened? Did they leave with?
I think they just left with their dad.
Oh, okay. Well, I know that's more your thing, but I just wanted to make sure they were safe because I mean they helped you.
He would oddly help, like for all intents and purposes. Some of his personalities might be dicks, but I think his avatars are actually pretty all right. Not the brightest bulbs in the box or the brightest stars in the
I
sky.
get it.
Um, but generally they're all right. I think, though again, they're more animalistic than I believe even the avatars of Shimau's mother are, because they were much more like, if there was blood in the water, at least with that one that was up there, they would just eat whatever it was. It didn't really matter who or what it was.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that there wasn't just a bunch of invisible sharks still swimming around that were going to potentially starve to death because Planktown is gone.
No, I think they'll move on.
Should we sink it?
No, I think it'll sink itself. It's way too
Um,
much. It's way too much effort to sink such a large place.
Then I don't know. I kind of wanted to go take my brother's desk, but I think that would be too much of a hassle to move. So
We've got plenty of
let's
crew.
just
We
put
could.
this place behind us.
Well, if you don't want it, you don't have to. But there's plenty of
I
people. We could probably get it if you really want
I
it.
would. I just don't know where we would put it at here. I'm already taking up like this huge part of the deck, but I was just thinking that once we get settled in the future, I would kind of like a desk with one of those rolly chairs like I saw in Jack Jack's house.
We could to be fair, we could put it in storage for now. You know, we could take it, put it in storage, and then when you want it, we can get it out of storage and put it to wherever you want.
Oh, like down on the ship?
Yeah, down in the hold. There's
Oh,
plenty.
uh,
Like, it's still a
would
decent bit of room down
be
there.
room, Yannick? Would there be room for me to get the desk from my?
Oh yeah.
Okay, then I guess we'll see. Maybe Bullbug will help carry, or I can, if we can put it on my Tensor's floating disc again, like we did. It's smaller than the couch, I'm sure.
Well, to be fair, again, there's plenty of people to help. Like Fernier plus like Mike,
Yeah.
my Litterfoot guy. We've helped
Oh
plenty of
yeah.
people to kayak.
Point. You can just point at random settlers and be like, "Hey, help with this."
Yeah,
And
we'll be good.
and floating disc is a ritual. So I mean, if we wanted to maneuver it a little bit, we can. So we've got options. Yeah, let's
Yeah.
let's
go
get the desk.
Let's go get that desk. Plus, we could check inside of it to see if there's anything of interest inside.
Yeah, well, and then as we're walking, I'll say, yeah, that Jack guy that now that we can be open about it, that I robbed. His treasure chest had a hidden bottom on it,
Oh, maybe
and
there's
that's where the map was and a bunch of money and stuff like that.
maybe there's a
Oh,
fold.
I found this, and I will finally pull out the gun.
What the fuck is that?
It was in his desk, and I wanted it, but he had a bunch of ball bearings with it, so I left those. I don't need ball bearings.
Is it like a magic wand?
I think so. It's that Johnny guy had one, and I would just like point it in the air and pull the trigger, and nothing happens. Maybe I have to study it.
Yeah, maybe they gotta put some more magic in it or something. Like maybe it's out of.
I will cast. Do I have any cantrips that I can just put into this? I don't think I have anything that I can. I'll cast light on it to see if it will absorb the magic, and I will pull the trigger.
It becomes bright, and you pull the trigger, and this hill.
What a mysterious object this could be.
Yeah, but that Johnny guy had one, and it shot flames, so it has to be magical.
Can I hold it for a second?
Yeah. I will get rid of the light spell so that it's not blinding us with teal light.
Mm-hmm.
Like for some reason, when I hold this, I want to hold it to the side, like this.
Ooh.
You know, it looks kind of intimidating by itself.
That's yeah. I like it.
Yeah, no,
But,
roll up. Like I don't know what it does, but like you could really confuse somebody by to be like, "Hey, look, I'm pointing this at you, and you better do what I want, or else you're going to get
hit."
Hit. Yeah, that's it. Hit with something.
Now you're gonna get it, whatever it is.
Yeah, it's coming for you specifically.
Yeah, there was all sorts of weird stuff and then Xerxes just stops remembering the globe.
Yeah. I wondered.
The globe of our home world.
Oh yeah, sorry. 1 second. So, is that actually what it looks like? That's the picture.
Yeah,
It's like a modern day handgun of a kind.
Exactly.
Lizard with
Exactly
a
how
gun.
it looks like.
I'm sorry. I just love the idea of lizard with a gun. But yes, actually, you should definitely study this and see if you can replicate it. If it's
That's what I was thinking.
If it's from your homeland, it could be very revolutionary in its own way.
But that just reminded me that Jack had what was probably the last remaining globe of our world, and he's actually getting a little not down, but like I fucked up.
What? What's wrong?
There was a globe in Jack's place whenever I went in, and that's where I found these, and I will pull out the 2 cigars.
Oh, nice.
The very nice cigars. He had a bunch of these in there, but it was a globe. Not to talk down to you, but you know what a globe is, don't you, Grimlock?
I think I would know what I'm gonna say I do. I'm gonna go with I do.
Okay.
You just think of it like it's a hardened map.
Yeah, wrapped around something. Yes, I know what a globe is. It's like a hardened map wrapped around something to make it globe-like.
Yeah, but there was one that wasn't this world. It was. I felt
Oh,
a drawing to it whenever I looked at it. Like there was a bit of sadness drawn to me whenever I just.
can can you show me what it looks like with any of your spells?
I was maybe whenever we have a little bit of time because I was really in the middle of stuff. Jack was asleep in his bed. Kara was playing scout. There was a lot going on at the time, but I can try. We can definitely try when we have some downtime,
Fair enough.
or not
I'm
downtime, but resting time.
yeah. I'm good with geography and stuff. I would just be
Oh
interested
yeah,
to see
you
what it
are.
looks like.
Maybe I can at least describe what little bit of it I got to see.
Hmm.
Yeah, let's go get that desk.
Yeah. We go get the desk and bring it back to the ship.
Yeah, this was the one that had the spell scrolls in it, and I'll show you where they were at and stuff.
Let's search it a bit more to see if there's anything else of interest. Um, what type of check? Could we give it like a wee check over to see if there's
You
anything
can
else?
do an investigation check.
Xerxes, do you want to investigate this?
Oh, you want me to? You want
Uh,
me to
well,
investigate?
you,
Yeah,
you,
let me.
your tiny
I will
little
say.
hand can get in the crevices. My big hands can't.
I will say a prayer to Heka, and Heka guide my hands and mind as I try to steal stuff from my brother.
Stealing, it's
No, it's actually it's claiming my birthright, and
yeah.
he says
That's
it with
the
confidence. So
that's the attitude you gotta take.
investigation check with guidance. Okay.
Alright, go ahead. You conclude that there were no secret compartments on this desk.
Worth a try.
Is it a nice desk though?
It's a very high quality desk.
And this was worth saving. Probably one of the most worthwhile things saving on that old docks.
Other than Bullbug.
Oh, and Bulbuck, yes. And this is, I mean more like physical items, not necessarily people.
Is it like the one that was in Jack's where it has locking drawers or?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I see if I can look in one of the top drawers and see if there's a key or anything to it, or do I feel like I'm gonna have to have with that investigation check? Would I feel I have to have a key made, maybe,
You would have to have a new key made.
or new locks put in or something?
Yeah,
To
basically
be,
that.
to be fair, that Amon and your Nate friend actually would be, or not Amon, sorry, Arman, the
Yeah.
the dwarf. He's a carpenter. He may be able to actually take out the locks and give you, and then your friend Nate will be able to, make you new ones.
Yeah. I kind of like the idea of the hidden drawer.
Mm. He could probably do that for you as well.
Yeah, like one everywhere. And he just as people are carrying it, he's pointing out where he's gonna put hidden compartments.
Mm. The point in someone is to keep them hidden. He says that kind of like in a joking manner, just
Oh.
like it's like it's fine. It's fine if I know, but I'm just saying it's kind of funny.
Yeah, but we can hollow out this whole leg, and then we can,
We gotta make sure
like,
you can keep it structurally sound. You
yeah,
can't
yeah.
hollow out the
He
whole
is
thing.
completely ruining the structural integrity of it with this idea.
No, don't worry. Armand will be able. You should and shouldn't put extra drawers.
Ooh, I wonder if you know how there are some like magic items that like the bags that you can put stuff into. I wonder if we can do that with a drawer in here that I can keep all my paperwork.
That's probably. I don't see why you couldn't.
Like instead of a drawer, it's like a whole cabinet for files. And he's way too excited over this idea.
That is.
We'll
And
call it a file cabinet.
that's an interesting concept. I could imagine much other more useful ways of doing things, but fair enough.
When he's explaining this, like he's doing it like a kid does his hands, or he's very physical with his description. Like he's went from the kind of depressed that he was earlier in the day, almost to being Xerxes again, where he's like just kind of a kid again for a little bit.
E.
I would like Grimlock. I know we said that we looked around, there weren't any rats or anything on here. Do we want to give Planktown once over to make sure there's not any stray dogs or somebody's pet left here or something?
Sure, Xerxes, if it makes you feel better, we'll check if there's anything else left on the docks besides what the normal stuff.
Well, yeah, I just don't want something left behind, and
Fair enough. We'll take a once over of the planks if we can, just to see if there's any animals that are being
Go
left
ahead and
behind.
make a perception check.
Okay, I'll make a perception check. Do. And I have. Yeah, I look like I scan this place like a fucking beacon.
Lord.
Alright. You do spot one animal in one of the living dogs houses on the upper floor. You see it through the window in a corner, and you see a parrot stuck in a coat in a cage.
Oh, Xerxes, come along. And I will. I'll just cast Speak with Animals, just because I might as well have it ready.
Alright.
And I'll be going up to this. Oh, look at him! Look at the little parrot. Can you put that up again? Sorry, I just clicked off of it, but I really thought.
I love it.
Oh, he's wearing a little jacket. Why is he a fireball? Is that a fireball in his hand? Is my guy casting spells?
I
I
don't think we found the bird.
I think we found something big. Okay, well, yeah, we go up. Just like, hello, little birdie.
Hello there!
What did he say?
He said, "Hello there."
Oh yeah, I can do this, and I will
Yeah,
do my once per day speak with animal spell.
join in with this. We're gonna talk to this parrot. Are you, are you okay, little birdie?
No! I have been imprisoned!
Why have you been imprisoned, small bird?
For I have failed my mission
What was your mission?
to deliver a letter. It dropped down, and now I am in the punishment box. I have failed the sergeant.
Oh, well, good news. I think your imprisonment can be null and void now.
I think jail time is time served, and you're free to go.
Oh, that is great. But how do I get out of here?
I'll pull out my thieves' tools if there's a lock on the bird cage.
There's a lock for the bird, but any human could open it with just their hands.
Okay.
What's your name?
I have two names. I have one that my mother gave to me, and I have one that the sergeant has given to me.
Which do you prefer?
Private Junior.
Private Junior.
Oh, fair enough. Well, Private Junior, we're going to be leaving, and I'm sorry to say that your sergeant, I don't know where he possibly could be, but he most likely will not be back. Would you want to come along with us on our ship at least so that you can get closer to land?
Definitely.
Fair
I
enough.
must then, if my service has ended, I must return home.
Yeah, fair enough. Where's your home, little birdie?
Somewhere in the
Private
far
Junior.
west in a rainforest. That is at least what grandfather told me.
Maybe he comes from where you came from.
That could be possible, though it's hard to say.
You're gonna tell me there's more than one rainforest.
But there is. Well, at least, mine is to the west of here, to be fair, and I guess there's not like crazy amount of western.
Uh-huh.
It's very likely he could be from there, but
See? Maybe he's your cousin.
Like the Grimlock just like deadpan looks at
The
you.
parrot just looks weird at Xerxes, like, huh?
My cousin's a dwarf.
Still looks very strange at you.
I this
My uncle Janus is a half elf.
yes, but this is my people don't.
Uh-huh.
I need. You
This
know,
is
I
not.
want.
Do you even does he even lay eggs from his butt?
I well, we do. we
And
very
he's
much
doing
do.
that thing with his hand where he's like, huh? Huh?
Okay, Xerxes, when we get back to the ship, we're going to have a biology lesson.
All right.
Oh, you have to explain him where babies come from.
I think so. I don't think anybody's actually taught him this part.
They get found in front of churches.
Oh damn it! He really hasn't been. Okay, well I'm going to have to explain this later. But you're good to come with us anyway, little parrot. It
Do you
seems like you're.
have I do have one question. Maybe
Yeah.
they're still down there, and they're too heavy for me to transport.
What
But
is that?
the most important treasure there is
I
crackers.
was gonna say it's gonna be crackers.
Exactly.
We can grab you some crackers. Yes.
Just take all of them.
Come here. You can stay on my shoulder. Or Xerxes, do you want him to be on your shoulder?
It doesn't matter to me. He's an intelligent creature. He can make his choice, and I'll pick up the bird cage. How big is the bird cage compared to me?
It's about a head shorter than you.
Okay, so it's probably fairly light, but it's still awkward. Me walking behind Grimlock because I'm gonna carry this, but I'm just kind of waddling behind you with this bird cage.
I'll when we're going downstairs or wherever we're going, I'll get the crackers and carry them, but I'll also like feed him a cracker or two. He goes, here you go.
Oh, yes, this is delicious.
Mm.
Thank
You
you
can
so much.
No worries, little friend. You can stay with us for a while. We
My
are
Mal
always.
is gonna love you.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, but you better watch out. There's some cats.
Cats,
Yeah.
cats, cats, cats,
Yes.
cats, cats, cats.
But they're good
Yeah.
cats. They're currently in the middle of a war against rats.
Yeah. They have no interest in birds. You're okay. They're safe cats.
As you arrive back on the ship, Hori stares at Private Junior.
Ori, you touch this one and you will die.
I'm not touching. I'm just looking.
If you threaten this, Ori, this is not me trying to be a dick, but don't fuck with the bird.
Xerxes
I
just
do
looks
not
at
have
Hori
sex
and
with
and
birds.
makes a
I'm looking at
floating
birds.
face.
Not literally, Ori. Why are you so literal? I can get metaphors, but how can you not?
Even Amon gets metaphors.
He turns around and does as you say that he winks at you.
Bastard.
That was creepy.
I know, it's
All right. How about
unnerving.
we
His face is
set
so
up?
fat.
How about we set up Private Junior over here by my couch?
We could do that if you want. To be fair, I don't know if I was considering putting him in my room, but I'll be honest, it's kind of cramped in there. There's like 6 dogs and a small plant man and a
And
Gorok.
Gorok.
That Gorok, yeah.
And good luck convincing Gorok not to eat the parrot.
Yeah, and not to mention myself being in there.
Could he make a nest in your shrubbery?
In my shrubbery.
Maybe you should just hang out here for a little bit. I'll find a way to secure the cage or something, like a barrel or something.
Yeah, I did find that really funny, just the idea of like shrubbery and you see the parrot pop out of it. That would be hilarious. That may be a plan.
I
Boy.
pictured the anime moment of like just a bird head popping out of this animated shrub.
Yeah. No, I think it's best he stays up at least here. Private Junior, you're a great asset to the team. Actually, yeah, you actually will be. Is he actually wearing that little tabard?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so cute. Look at
He
him. He's
doesn't
got a
hold
little
the
jacket.
fireball though.
Yeah, sadly.
And,
But the clothing
my
is just
magic isn't gonna
adorable.
last very. My magic's not gonna last very long. So unless you can people talk. Some birds can people talk, right?
Oh yeah, I can.
Oh, awesome! High five.
I've been doing that the
Hmm.
entire time, right?
Oh, no, we cast spells to make sure we could talk to you.
Maybe he has been and we just didn't notice.
Yeah, to be fair, that is also completely, applicable in
I
this case.
will just stop concentrating on speak with animals.
Ah, 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 yeah.
Nope,
Cracker!
nothing.
Cracker!
Oh,
Give me
I
a
can get Cracker.
cracker! As he
Who wants a
start,
Cracker?
and he's not actually talking to Grimlock about crackers.
Yeah. But I'm still getting the bird talk, the
Yeah.
parrot talk of
Hmm.
Cracker and oh,
Yeah, no, that's. Uh, what is it like, Xerxes? What does it sound like?
and I will attempt. Can I do like a performance check to try to mimic him?
Sure, go ahead.
No guidance because I wouldn't link to performance. Right, Cracker, right?
Oh, he was not talking about crackers. You should have heard what he said. It was interesting.
Oh, but hey, it's close at least a little bit. I need to learn that spell a little bit more consistent. I don't know if any of my magical potential has even access to that. It was it was my little bit of time amongst the Fae that allowed me to learn that one.
Mhm. But yes, it's the spell requires some interesting abilities. It works with mine pretty well, as my innate affinity for nature is easier to cast such things.
Oh, you can do the animal thing.
Y- yes.
Can you look like him?
No, for vagaries of reasons. Right now,
Oh yeah,
no.
you told me yesterday that there were weird
I
vague.
in like a month, in like maybe a month or two, there's a good chance I'll be able to.
Very cool.
Yes.
But I will summon. No, I better not summon Kara. She's still a spider.
It's, to be fair, it's like I say there's vague rules. It's more like the body plan is very different. Trying to get wings and being used to that without having
Oh,
wings is a difficult thing to do.
oh,
You're,
cool.
yeah, like you're essentially removing the normal usage of your arms for flappy bits, and it's not exactly a most natural part.
Oh, ooh, can I be there the first time you try it though?
Sure, I'll turn into the biggest thing I can, and you can ride on its back.
Oh, well, no, 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 no. I just want to see you try to fly.
Okay, fair enough. But yes, sorry, Private Junior, you are unable to speak like this as fluently as you would believe you do.
Oh no.
But
I
if
have
you,
failed!
it's okay though. If you need to talk, you can come to me at any time. I can speak with you. Just poke me on the shoulder 3 times, and I'll allow you. I'll be able to speak with you.
Maybe
Righty
we can get him a
rights.
magic item.
Yeah, we could find if we could find him something. Well, to be fair, actually, it's actually. Well, actually, well, I don't. Well, I know I wouldn't know about this because it's something we talked about before. Yeah, I've heard of things like that before, magic abilities to give animals interesting things, but I'm not sure how that works exactly. I'll be honest.
Kind of like how you made the shrub reel.
Yeah, the shrub. There's something. The magic of that I have been studying for a while. I did find it in a flea market. I did find it in a random market one day, but the magic itself is impressive.
Hey,
Like
maybe
he,
if you stick him in the pot.
I, I don't know how much he would stick to that, but I
I
believe
don't
if.
really understand magic items. I just wear them and they do stuff.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, I've been studying shrubbery just to see exactly how it happened, but there's a good chance relatively soon I could also, well, not soon, but maybe in a year or so, I'll be able to figure out that particular way
Hold
that
on.
thing works.
His name is Shrubbery. I just thought you've been calling him a Shrubbery this whole time.
No, no, his name is Shrubbery.
Oh, all right.
And that's what he is a shrubbery, so I called him Shrubbery.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But I guess as things continue from this point now, although he knows he can't really communicate the best, Xerxes is trying to introduce everybody to Private Junior.
Ah! Want a cracker? Ah!
Does he
Give
make
me a
Alvin?
cracker! Cracker!
McGelvin, this is Private Junior.
Oh, hello. Oh, I have a cracker for you.
This is when I make Yannick do all the character voices.
Like, thank you. Thank you for the cracker. Good boy.
Oh, how was your visit with your family, McGelvin?
Was great. Haven't seen them in such a long time. Little McGelvin, Miss McGelvin. It was a great meeting and everything. I was
Oh,
so happy to see them again. And yes, they have decided that once the settlement is big enough, they will transfer over to Ashara.
oh, that's great.
So little McGelvin is now learning Asharan.
Oh, how's she doing with that book I gave her?
Yeah, she's reading it a lot and she likes it a lot. She's very. She told
Good.
me. I almost forgot. She said thank you, and she pulls out a drawing that she made. Not a
What's the
talented,
drawing
not a
of?
very talented artist, but can't really
What is
expect much
the
from an 8-year-old.
yeah? What is the drawing of? Is it
Basically,
Xerxes?
she holding a book, hugging it, and then hugging you.
Aw, and so I will take it and put it on the back of my shield with the birthday card, and add to my little collage. And I will give McGelvin a hug. Thank you, McGelvin. I've missed you. Oh,
No problem.
I found. We were talking about finding out where I came from, and we will just, if you don't mind, we can do a fast forward moment of our cluing in everybody, but telling McGelvin my history and stuff.
Yeah, he listens and just sits next to you and nods. Occasionally asks a question.
Yeah, Xerxes does get very like kind of down every time he mentions his brother. But I think by one point, like he's kind of leaning on McGelvin because he kind of looks at him, maybe not necessarily big brother, but like a mentor kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Grimlock.
Yeah.
I haven't said this yet, but thank you.
Or what?
Literally everything. You were completely selfless in taking me along and convincing me, and we all know I didn't want to go, but you can be very pushy when you want to be.
Yes. Well,
So thank you. I would never have known I had a jerk brother if it wasn't for you.
and
But I have parents.
plus you saved a lot of your people. Because I'll be honest,
Yeah, and
if it had,
we're gonna get them a place and your people a place, and we'll make McGelvin the governor of both.
no.
We'll talk about it.
Wait, no, we won't talk about my part. You can
Yeah,
talk.
yeah, I
You
think
can.
it'd be a great idea.
Yeah, but no.
And scene.
As time moves forward, it is about a bit later, and so this is about the time where Prince Kareem will take his leave.
Yep.
Okay. I would know roughly what it would cost to. Did you read the letter?
Not yet.
Okay, I'm wanting to include enough coin for them to have kind of a remembrance for in the street for the. Was it Sultan?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Was his title? Okay, for the Sultan and for any people lost, and I will. If I could, I would like to include a list of those lost so that people can be informed
Oh yeah, that's no problem.
of the losses there. If it's okay, I will make sure I will approach Amenhotep and whomever. I want to let people know about their family and send a little bit of coin and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And you can let me know at a later date the correct amount of funds. I was going to send like 50 gold.
Oh, that's more
Which
than
isn't,
enough.
which isn't time. Well, that way also my uncle has a little bit for him because I wanted him to have a little something so he can get the coffee and the tea that he really likes.
Mm-hmm.
Because I watched that episode back and it wasn't a cake that I got special for my uncle. It was a type of tea that
There's one nice thing about the episode that stuff being recorded is that you can go back and take a proper look at
yeah.
what you said and did instead of just
Well, I
guessing.
That's the
knew
main
there was
reason
something
why they
very
record it.
specific.
Because like there's plenty of times where I forget things like, oh, what actually happened? And I was like, I can
Yeah.
just look it
Yeah.
up.
There's nothing. There's
Teresa
sometimes really
did
annoying when you're
that
like
thing.
you're insisting that you didn't do something or you something you like, and it's in a more of a like I say serious situation, but you know what I mean. And you're like, I don't think I did that. And everybody's like, you did do it. And then you're like, I can't genuinely remember that. I didn't note it down or
Yeah.
anything. And then you're like, you'd love to go back and see it. And then if you can, it's nice to have that.
Oh yeah, I like to watch it back like I did the solo one just to make sure I had the correct spell slots used.
Mhm.
And
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
was right, but I still wanted to check because I went through spell slots like Clint Eastwood through bullets.
Mm. Oh boy.
50 gold would be more than enough.
Okay, then I will. But I will send it in like I'll take off some silver and some. I will not send any electrum because that's hard to actually use
Mm-hmm.
anywhere that isn't. And I'm still rocking a bunch of electrum, so.
Yeah, so am I, because I never did it.
You'll never know when it'll come in useful again.
Yeah. So it'll be 50 silver will be 5 gold, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and then we will include 1 platinum. That way it puts me at an even number. So that's 15 gold. And then
One
I'll
thing I was
do the
gonna
rest.
ask you, DM, as well was this is the technically it's gonna come up maybe later on, but like for downtime stuff, when we were like if we're like leveling something up, can we use the Electrum as the cost for
Oh
downtime
yeah,
activities?
definitely.
Okay, because I was thinking I was like to be fair again, you said like you're not wrong. There could be a point we could use it, but I was also like if I want to get rid of this, that's one way I could do it because then
Mm-hmm.
I
because I'll
will
need.
once again buy it at a cheaper cost.
Yeah, but this is the way I can use it at its available cost.
And I felt so bad that we got to a place that could use it. I'm like, man, I got an additional 200 electrum
Mhm.
basically for nothing, and now I'm the guy with all the electrum.
Yeah.
That's why, like, I wasn't bothered too much on spending a bunch on
Yeah, the stuff.
bulldog and different things like that. And me refusing 1 to Amonhotep is just me being a jerk.
Yeah, I could tell. To be fair, originally I had part of me.
I also turn around and spend a bunch on other stuff.
Honestly, the only thing I could say I regretted about the planks, if anything, was maybe like not taking all of things money. You know, like because I was
Yeah.
there. I still, to be fair
Yep.
though, I do think it was like it made sense, but at the same time, part of me was like, oh, I could have had an extra like 2,000 gold
Yeah.
basically.
I did the
5,000
same
gold, sorry.
with Jack Jack's treasure. I could have had quite a bit more. I did take like all of the electrum and all the platinum, but I left a good portion of the gold and silver and copper. I took some of it, but not all of it like I should have.
Yeah, but to be fair, with the amount of money I made from this trip, I'll easily be able to get Gorok up to like whatever level I need to, as long as I have the
Yeah.
months. It's the only thing left to
I
do.
will help you after I attempt to hire a helper.
To be fair, I got the money. It's mainly just the downtime now I need to get at some point.
Okay. You guys may hear some bugs in the background. I'm stepping outside. Can you hear those cicadas?
Yeah.
I will go back inside. That's how bad the cicada bugs are here in
I was
Missouri.
saying, like it's like about it's like three like people are behind you shaking maracas directly
Yeah.
into
Yeah.
your ear.
And
It's like I have to
I
start the
need to
song
take a
again.
Yeah, I need to take a picture for you all of the trees because they are literally covered in cicadas. My one rose bush, I quit counting at 200.
Jesus.
As
That's
you
Missouri, though.
as
Yeah.
the
Sorry.
time passes through, Prince Kareem takes Xerxes' letter. He says, "Thank you. I trust you all to do a good job, and I will see you as soon as possible."
Yes. See you
You
soon.
be safe.
Hopefully.
As he takes his leave with his ship and his honor guards. The navy will stay here basically, and they will continue onwards with the trials. And when they're done with the trials, they will either send the people that want to go with the settlement towards you. So
Okay.
then even more ships will join you.
Mhm.
As Bullbug stands, he's like, I have a question.
Yes, Bullbug.
Could I stay with you guys for a little while? I just received a message from Bull Boy, and the new Bull boat is going to take a little while before they pick me up. Until
Right.
that is done, can I slaughter criminals with you guys?
We could definitely use the help in the port we're going to. It seems to be dangerous, and having somebody of your prowess there will probably be of a great help.
And we were told that there were criminals everywhere.
Yeah, there's a
Can
fairly
I?
maybe a good
You
area
see,
for
like
you to do.
blood drops in Bulbug's eyes, and it's like, yes, this place is great.
Mhm.
This will be actually very useful.
We're glad to have you, Bulbug.
I am
Mhm.
glad to be with you, comrades.
Yes, Bullbug, you are a mighty warrior.
We're going to charge at the criminals.
Especially, yes. We will, Xerxes, we will now need to be ready to keep these people safe. So decisions will have to be made along those lines if necessary.
Yeah.
And
Hopefully, before long, I can learn to bring people back from the dead because it sounds like it's going to be necessary.
yes, it is a tricky
Oh.
business.
Bulbug will be around. I can continue my training.
You can
Yes.
definitely try.
He throws the catch. He throws the great axe at you. You know, there. 14 misses you, but it's still like bung.
Well, I would like to think I would attempt to catch it, and it just rolls me.
Yeah, go ahead and make either an athletics or a sleight of hand check if you try to grab it.
Sleight of hand would be the better, but I want to do athletics because I'm trying to be tough. So, at a -2.
Go ahead.
Jeez, I forget your strength is so abysmal.
There you go. You happen to catch it.
Look at you go, Xerxes. You're
How
getting.
much damage do I take while it rolls me?
Well, we'll say not that much.
I'm gonna look up the weight of a great axe.
two damage.
You should
Okay.
probably double the weight of a great axe because this is a large great axe
Mhm.
for large people.
That's 4 times.
4 times, right? Yeah, 4. So yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Ooh. So it's 4 times the weight, and
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
weight
no.
of a great axe is 7.
So
So
that's
28 pounds.
28 pounds.
It weighs 7 pounds less than me,
God, that's some
and
weight.
it's probably bigger than me,
Oh
like
yeah,
yeah.
taller,
definitely.
because I'm only 3'1".
A great axe is already like a normal great axe is already massive, consider it, and then a
Yeah.
great axe in this case
Oh
would
yeah,
probably be even bigger.
yeah. If it's normally that big, this thing is. Well, this was the one that he got for, or did we find his?
No, he had
He
his.
found a new one.
They found a
Okay,
new one.
because we had given him veneers.
He gave that back to Fanir.
Okay, so Veneer has that or the Maul, whichever one she wants to use now,
Mhm.
Well, let's.
depending on the enemy.
Yeah. Well, let's
Come
get
on,
traveling then.
Xerxes. Swing the axe. Swing the axe.
Oh, does it help if I yell charge?
Of course, it always helps if you go charge.
And well, I will cast thaumaturgy to make my voice boom, but it's still a kid in his late teens. And me with my voice going makes it even better. So it's charge.
As you do that, at that point, the ship sails away out of Planktown. Payman saw that as the perfect moment to leave. As other ships start following you guys, you now are the front ship, part of the vanguard, but now also in charge of all the other ships that follow.
Can I watch Planktown until it's out of sight?
Yes.
It's one of those things of I may never see my brother again, so that's the last bit of family. So I'm just gonna watch it standing there with the great axe.
Mm-hmm.
You know what, Grandma?
What, Xerxes?
Sure, my brother was a douche, and I guess I lost one, but you know what? I think I gained one. I look up at Bullbug.
Yes, Bullbug is good.
He's done so much.
Yes, very capable. I think, like, Xerxes, I am, again, sorry for your brother's situation. It is something that is not great. It is something I have not personally experienced, but do not let it define you. I understand that you feel you've been hurt by several people betraying your trust, or at least perceivedly so. But do not let it define you.
I mean, it's definitely making me realize that Satir just really, more than anything, hurt my feelings than
I don't.
anything. But I'd never had a female friend before, you know.
I understand, but Xerxes, at least I think at least it may put more perspective on true betrayal, as your brother was much.
Yeah, I don't think Satir would leave me for dead.
No, I don't think so either. And
Just wait till I learn sending. And his eyes narrow.
Yeah, who did you say?
I just wait till I learn sending.
yes, you will be one of the most insistent people to talk to in the world.
I will use every bit of my magic to annoy the crap out of him.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's definitely something you could do. But know this, Xerxes, I do appreciate you as an ally, and I do not see any reason for I will. I like to stick to my word, Xerxes. As long as we are together and we serve each other well, I do not see any time I will ever betray you. As long as you don't.
And I don't plan on ever betraying anybody, but I do appreciate the fact that even because I'll admit I was considering if you all left staying behind, and I think you know I was.
Mm, I understand.
And I had considered what would happen if, because Amon has a very short fuse. If he attacked my brother, what would I do? And the thing preventing me from immediately saying I would jump in and help Samwise. I don't even want to call him my brother anymore. Jump in and help Samwise. The thing stopping was you.
Me?
I don't want to be on the receiving end of any of those octopus tentacles or your heat metal or any of that stuff. I pay attention.
That is fair. This is the thing, Xerxes. Emotional attachment is a concept I understand, but it is not something my people experience to the degree of most. So I can respect people. I can even be loyal to them. But if someone, I do not have qualms about if somebody were to betray me. And
Yeah.
so I do not worry. So whether or not it sounds like a threat, it is not meant to be. But if you were to, I would have little qualms about taking you out as
Oh,
well.
I understand, and he'll kind of look around. I think me and you are the strongest.
Mm, strength is relative, Xerxes. All people exhibit strength.
Well, our capabilities are a bit more adaptive.
Adaptive, yes, but never underestimate a battering ram like Amonhotep.
That's true.
His type could easily wreck a plan without really knowing he is doing it.
And
And Shimao is
it's
crafty.
awesome.
Crafty and spontaneous. so difficult to
Yeah,
plan
you can't
around.
really plan for spontaneity.
Hmm. But
So,
she is intelligent and kind, so she is a good one as well.
so do we have our maps of where we're going, Grimlock?
I believe so. They're probably over here near payment. Actually, we'll put them on the
Yeah,
desk you got.
Payment, and Michael can probably.
Yeah. Hey, look, there's a perfectly good desk to put them all on over here.
Look at that. And
Look
a
at
roll
that.
chair. Woo!
Woo! Uh,
Rolling chair
this
on a boat sounds like
Michael
a
looks at the
terrible
maps
idea.
and says like, well, we're currently here,
Hmm.
and our goal is to go here. That
Mhm.
is approximately, if nothing goes wrong, 7 days of travel.
Yep, that's a good bit of travel, but
Do we know what kind of environment we're going to? Is it going to be colder there?
No,
no, it's.
no, south is always warmer.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. So I don't think I packed for warmer. My
Just get
voice
more.
is gradually going more and more.
Just get a bit more naked. That's all you gotta do.
Okay.
No, wear white.
Oh yes,
I
that's also
mean,
an option.
If you go, Xerxes, if you go naked, you're gonna become red, and you're gonna get sick, and that sickness will need a lesser restoration, or that sickness will kill you.
oh. I mean, I lived in Ambrock. I'm used to the sun.
You're not used to an Asharan sun.
Oh. I do picture that Xerxes has that like forever sunburn, but
Mm-hmm.
it's from where he's at, so it's nowhere near as bad as it's gonna be. But I picture are the nomads like a naturally pale people, or does their skin tone
It's varied. Like,
vary? Okay,
there's no one skin type color for nomads, as far as you can
cool.
spot.
So they're like humans.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And another question with that, I was around a bunch. Height wise, am I short for a nomad, or
I'd
are they
say
about half in
the
size?
average.
Okay, yeah, because I'm 3'1", so that puts you said without her hair, the
One thing
flower
that you've
seller was
noticed is that nomads women are a little
yeah.
bit taller normally than nomads men,
Okay.
on average.
I'm definitely, if I may, one of my books that I had purchased, just my blank ones, I'm trying to keep as much nomad information.
Mm-hmm.
Since they don't exist in this world, this can be like not even something I would give anybody, so it's not like a case study or anything. It's just my personal notes.
Mm.
Kind of like how Grimlock keeps a
Yeah, journal of
collection of notes on various
different
other people.
races. Yeah.
This way I can just hand them it one day and go, all my nomad info.
Mhm.
Alright. As you start traveling, some of these I'm gonna roll for random encounters that happen during your travel per day. There
Mhm.
is let's see, day 1.
Can I just keep my portents?
Oh yeah,
It's not re-rolling every day.
yeah. Day 1 are no random encounters.
Whoa.
Everything just goes
Blimey.
perfectly.
Just saying for like this is just more of like a thing that might be happening, but during our like day where we're doing nothing, Grimlock will actually like do little like druid classes with the Shabam what's his name, the other druid guy, and
Minush
then
and Vidan.
British. Yeah, basically he'll start like giving them a little bit of teaching his particular style and stuff like that. Just
Mm-hmm. They
for a day.
all three sit there very enthusiastically watching you and what you do.
And he basically just like puts them through different rituals and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's really it's not really need to role
And
play like things.
basically, Bullbug basically forces Xerxes to train with him. We charge! Swing the
Yeah.
axe!
Charge! And I like smack Payman with just like a wooden club in the back of the leg. Ha!
Ow! Ow, Xerxes, that hurt!
You
Oh,
could use a better, like Grimlock pops his head out of wherever he's teaching. He's like, you could use a better sparring partner. Gorok, you need to train more. You go and
I just
train with
slowly
Bulldog and
turn and I see Hori sitting there cleaning himself.
oh no.
oh yeah, I get to spar!
There you go, Xerxes. That's an appropriate opponent.
Good job.
Charge! And I try to smash his toe.
Xerxes, you do charging wrong.
Oh,
When you
Tell me.
here, you are a smart man. Do you know what you do when you charge? You
You
use
run
your
at people?
head.
Oh,
And he gives an example.
I
He
have-
gives Gorok a headbutt. And
Wait,
you are
can I
much
run and get-
smarter than Bulbuck's stupid cow brain. So that means your head has more mass, and that means higher impact damage.
wait! I have spikes. And I run and I get my crown.
Exactly.
It's like horns.
Bulbuck approves.
Ha! High five.
I do like the idea that Gorok is just sagely nodding to all of this as well. Just like, this is all very, very important, very, very much the right thing.
I love how the more Xerxes is around Bulbug, the lower his intelligence goes. Because he's a kid and he's got this excitement level, you know what I mean? Like somebody is actually treating him kindly and able to have fun. He's able to put things behind him. So he kind of just becomes this childish person for a bit.
As for the second day, something does happen along the way. Is that you guys encounter a large storm.
Okay.
And, well, the fleet is also following you around, so, how do you want to handle this? Payman basically gives the advice, the wise sailor can do two things when a storm reaches. They can either try and evade the storm, or go headfirst towards it. They never await the storm. And, Michael agrees with Payman completely.
I would say it'd be best to go with their advice. Let's go with it. I believe evading it would be best if we could. What do you think, Xerxes?
Xerxes looked like he was going to say something. They just stops and goes, "Yeah, let's do that."
Then an important part is, seeing as we have a large fleet and they're following us, informing them to evade the storm.
How far apart are the ships?
Well, it's 90 boats, so
Well,
like the closest one is maybe like 50 feet away, but
Okay.
the farthest one
I will-
away is probably like 900 feet away, maybe way
the
more.
ones I can reach, I will message and see if we can get like a communication chain going.
oh, don't worry, Xerxes. I didn't unprepare this spell, so I've got it ready. So I cast Skywrite.
Hey, good one. I'll give you inspiration for that.
Yeah, I'd forgot. I hadn't
I
changed my spell
had
listing.
unprepared it, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, I hadn't had the chance. I didn't really see the reason of unpreparing anything yet, so I just kind of left everything. So that's good. Yeah. So I use it. It just says, "Fleet evade storm."
All right, yeah, that helps. That helps a lot, and that solves the storm problem for today.
Yes, oh, I'm so happy. I was so close to unpreparing spells, but I hadn't done anything yet.
All right,
Good job,
day
Grimlock.
3.
I am ready for all situations.
I swapped mine out for suggestion.
I genuinely didn't. I just hadn't really thought about it recently.
You get a message
no.
from one of the other boats.
Mhm.
Is that that on their ship they found a rogue
Stowaway.
a stowaway nomad, and they're not sure what to do with him.
Do you want to
I'm
go?
gonna look at Grimlock and go. You want to go with me?
Yes, we'll go together. We can get there pretty easily. I'll just use.
And I'll ritually cast Water Walk on us so that we
Mhm.
can just walk over to the boat.
Uh, let's just walk over there.
Oh, okay. Well, we're probably moving fast, but yeah, good idea.
The
Let's just be prepared in case it's you know who.
Yes, hopefully not though, but we'll see.
Can
Arriving
we
at.
bring Bulldog?
Oh yeah, Bulldog can come.
yeah,
Yeah,
rug bubble.
I want my
Arriving at
muscle.
the boat as you water walk towards it. The boat wasn't that far. You see it is a water dancer. It's one of the water dancers that you guys let escape.
Okay.
Hello.
You're very lucky.
Hmm.
Please don't hurt me.
I don't intend on it. Grimlock?
I leave this to you, Xerxes. I will. This is one of your people, technically speaking.
Bulldog?
If he is a criminal, we decapitate him. As he raises his
All right.
axe.
Let's see. And I will. Oh, you brought up a map. Okay. Oh, no, you brought up a picture of the person.
Mm-hmm.
And then if there's. Where are they hidden at? Are they in like the storage compartment?
They've basically been overpowered by the crew when they found him, and he's like tied up.
All right.
I will ask some of
Well,
the. I will ask the crew. Just
Has anybody been injured securing this one?
Uh, yeah. He punched me a black eye. It's one of them
Mm.
like shows us like a big old egg on his eye.
hmm I could just because it's easy enough. I just cast a healing word at him just
Mm-hmm.
to.
Don't worry, friend. You're under our protection. Be gone, weird bruise. I think.
And just like then yeah, just go.
Oh, thank you. I can see through that eye again.
Do not worry. As long as you're under the protection of my people and myself, we will help you.
so I will kind of sit down across from them. My name is Xerxes.
My name is Fred.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Fred. Well, let's get this out of the way the quickest. If we give you over to Prince Kareem, he will most likely have you executed. And you don't want that, correct?
No. I hid in here trying to look for an opportunity to escape.
All right. Let's say you are able to escape. We get to the. Where are we going, Grimlock?
Ah, fuck. What's the name? I'm really sorry. I'm bad with names.
Illyria.
Illyria. Sorry, DM. I'm very sorry.
Yeah,
Illyria.
Jason too, but I've already pointed out that I think Xerxes is very bad with locations. We're going.
The thing is, I'm good with like loads of things, but the one thing as a person I'm bad with is names.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'll quit hitting you up with that then.
No, that's all right.
Uh,
But it is just the truth about it. Is like that's why I always forget. I'm
it
always like,
is
fuck.
kind of canon funny that the two wisest people are bad with names or bad with locations.
Yeah, that's
So,
not
Fred.
wisdom is not your memory.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was meaning like the map reading and the survival part of it.
hmm But either way, yeah.
Fred, we are going to Illyria. Have you heard of it?
Yes.
Then you know how terrible things are there, and we have been at least given a chance that our people, and I will kind of do that gesture of me and him, can eventually have a home again. And unlike Samwise, I plan to do this through the proper channels without taking by force or lying to anyone or betraying those who have come to my aid. I will give you one option. or one chance, I guess we'll say. Well, I'll give you multiple options. You can choose the axe, and I will kind of flick Grimlock's axe and make that ting. That's one option. And I think you would actually be much better off with not Grimlock,
Bulbug.
Bullbug. You would be much better off with Bullbug versus the Prince's executioners. I've heard they're doing it either through poison or hanging.
And
And
they
I'm
don't
not
do it
trying
in one swing.
exactly. I'm not trying to intimidate you. I'm trying to give you the proper information so you can make a decision. Now, you are a warrior of some sort?
I am a water dancer.
Oh well, we've seen those. Is this the one that was underwater with Grimlock, or was that one killed?
No, that one was eaten.
Yeah, that one
Okay.
was eaten.
I added technically.
If you are willing to earn your place in this new world, I am willing to give you a chance. I can't speak for everyone, but I think everyone deserves a life of happiness, especially those of us that were outcasts, and especially in the eyes of Heka.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Okie dokie. Come on, character sheet. And I would be curious when I mention Heka if there's any response.
Disbelief, like, whoa, Heka?
Ooh,
bad.
nice.
He nods. The way of the prophet did not work. Trying to conquer our way into a home. I
That
shall
is not
see
a
how your solution works, because it is worth giving it a try.
He was not a prophet, he was a conqueror. And I am not a leader of any sort. I am a man of peace, and if nothing else, Fred, I would like to be your friend. Have you eaten?
Yes.
All right, and had fresh water?
Yes.
Okay. Grimlock, are you opposed to Mr. Fred coming back to our ship where he may be a little bit safer? I don't understand the sailing life much, but I do believe stowing away is frowned upon.
You can come along, Fred, as long as you are willing to fight for us. We will need capable fighters, and the more we have, the better.
Perhaps you can teach me about water dancers. I've only seen them amongst the nomads.
I shall
And
do
may
my
I-
best.
And on that, man, make an insight check, please.
Go ahead.
All right.
Grimlock is very much nodding in approval of this entire situation.
I
By the
believe
way,
him.
as well. Because he likes the
See?
idea of having extra soldiers.
Seems legit. I hope you understand for at least the first few days, we will hold on to your weapons and whatever casting implements you use so that everyone, especially this big guy, and I look up at Billbug, can get comfortable with you being around. I hope you understand.
I do.
But you will be fed, you will be treated as much of an equal, but I do believe maybe for stowing away you do deserve a little bit of punishment. We have a person amongst us by the name of the Great McGalvin. You will be his assistant for the next week.
All right. He looks
is
impressed, like, well, I'm
He is
helping someone that is great.
He is a mighty wizard, isn't he, fellas?
Yes.
Best wizard no, not true. Not best wizard I know. Second best wizard I know.
Of course, the best is me.
You were a wizard?
It is.
And Xerxes just walks out.
As Bulbug looks very confused. And looks at Grimlock. He was a wizard?
Kind of. It's hard to say.
Oh
Come along.
no!
It's all right.
Xerxes, I'm so sorry. He runs out. He charges after you.
Uh, okay, they're walking over. Fred, you come with me.
he fo- untie him and he follows you back to the ship.
We will
And
be taking.
Bulbuck picks up Xerxes. I'm so sorry. This stupid Calvin did not know you were a
Hey,
wizard.
we've talked about this. I understand that you think you have a stupid cow brain, but I think for a cow brain, you have a great one.
But cow brains are always stupid.
Well, you know what? You are the smartest cow brain I have ever met.
That's
And
like
you're my.
saying I am the greatest fairy with a great axe ever.
Wait, you're a fairy?
No, that's like saying I'm a fairy with the greatest.
Oh. See, you understand. You understand double talk. Let's get back to the ship.
Right.
Uh,
Aye.
good job, citizens. By the way, we will. This is just him saying this thing. Thank you for reporting this quickly and efficiently. Have a good day.
No problem. As you go back to your
I'll turn.
ships.
I'll turn to Grimlock. My my small battalion of my people grows.
Yes. To be fair, those water dancers are at least proficient enough, and an extra warrior at our backs will always be useful.
Well, we've been dealing with a lot of stuff in the water. I thought this would be very handy.
No, definitely. Actually, I'll be honest. I respect the method. This is, and it hasn't come up too much, but this is kind of my philosophy in general. You know, a more diplomatic and softer approach than most works
Yeah.
a lot better. Don't
In
get me
fairness, if
wrong.
the Manners were pressed, they'd probably be in jail.
Probably, but it's fine. To me, the thing is, we need all the help we can get, and
Yeah.
if we can secure that help through a little bit of flattery and type of things like that, it is much better than making enemies.
Can we have this little bit of conversation kind of where it's just us? So I can look at, or I'll even just lean in and go, plus, the water dancers always seem to be a bodyguard or someone higher ranked. Maybe we can find out more about how things were established and what was done because even though we stopped Planktown, there's still elves and giants and whatnot to potentially. I understand they're probably not immediate threats now, but we can learn more.
The giants may be more pressing at the moment, seeing as they are more near Ashara itself, which is where we're going to be.
Well, we've seen the elves travel by dragon or even teleport, so
Oh no, the only reason I say is like, generally speaking, they're more likely to come from their own borders, at least in
oh,
force. Where the likes of the giants are at least they're locally located down where we are.
yeah.
That don't get me
I've
wrong,
never
the
seen
elves
a
could.
giant, so
I don't think I have either. I'm going to say that with confidence. Yes, I have not seen a giant either. I have seen skeletons. I had traveled along in Ashara after the war, and there was quite a few dead, corpses laying about.
like like people without the skin.
Yes, like they had been sitting in the desert for a long time. They were very desiccated. They are massive, though. Like it,
Oh
it
wow.
beggars belief. I'll be honest. The size of these creatures.
The only the only undead I've ever seen were those ones
Oh, not
with
undead.
sticky
I
faces.
mean, they were alive. Well, they were dead on the ground, but they were not like risen back. I mean,
Oh, they weren't. Okay.
no, I mean desiccated in the sense that they were just like dried out bodies.
Okay.
But still,
Very
they were
cool. Let's,
they were still
let,
huge. Like they were bigger than Bullbug by a good amount. They were like nearly 2 to 3
wow.
Bullbugs bigger.
I wonder if like a wizard or whomever can turn those into like actual skeletons or if they're too big.
I think it requires more power the bigger the skeleton, but they would be interesting to know.
Yeah, you would probably be more knowledgeable on stuff like that. I'm not too much on necromancy.
I've dabbled, but my magic usually tends toward the more
Oh, you know who
nature
might
side of things.
know?
Who?
That lady that Shimao found.
Oh yeah, I guess she might.
And can we get a hammock or whatever for Fred? Or whatever Fred wants to sleep in. But definitely whatever gear we could find of his, we will tuck away. Like I will hold on to it, or if Grimlock wants it, one or the other. Or even
Yeah.
better, like I can hold part, Grimlock holds part, so that even if they get to one of us, they don't have everything.
Fair enough.
Just for precaution.
Well, let's get going with the rest of our journey. Anyway, we've still got quite a few days left. So we've been out
4 more
3.
days.
Yeah, 4 more days, right? Yeah.
This day goes off without any problems.
Good enough.
Fred, you're helping me with my training. When
All
you're
right.
not with the great McGalvin.
My toilets are clean.
And they're
He
big
already
glass
picked up
things,
on
or
that the Great McGalvin isn't that great. Basically, while the toilets need to be cleaned, Xerxes is forced to train with Gorok, and then when the toilets are, Xerxes is forced to train with Fred.
What I
yeah.
find funny is like the fact that like he could use his water magic very effectively to clean toilets, which is a very sad usage, but very funnily good.
Yeah.
Oh, that water whip. That would be great.
Yeah, he's when he can use his magic again, he's a better clean. Probably gonna be a better cleaner than McGelvin.
Oh yeah.
Guys.
Well,
Although everyone is always better at everything than McGelvin.
Oh boy.
is McGalvin still trying to do wizard stuff
Oh
instead
yeah,
of
he never gives up.
sorcery stuff?
He doesn't want to be a sorcerer. He wants to be the greatest wizard.
That's awesome. I love his dedication.
His daughter is actually a wizarding prodigy, where she's like much smarter and it's like, I have to keep up. I have to
And
be able to help her with her homework.
And she's still young, so she
Yeah.
probably hasn't chosen a school specialty yet.
No. Alright, and then the next day.
I think she would be an awesome adjurer.
Alright. First day administration. Alright.
This has been fun.
This day something happens again.
Mhm.
An accident happens where 2 ships collide against each other, and now both sides of the ship are of those ships are angry at each other because both ships are heavily damaged, and while not sinking directly, they do take water.
Mhm.
Oh.
This actually might be a good use for Fred to come and help us.
Yeah.
But come along, Bullbug, Fred, Xerxes, you might want to talk to them. And
Yeah.
we'll,
I'll go ahead and.
I'll call
As
us
soon as we
water.
get close, I'll go ahead and pop some enhance ability.
I'm gonna cast water walking on all the 4 of us. Sorry. Yeah.
Alright. As you arrive at the 2 boats that collide, they're still stuck in each other, and you see that the back ship basically rear-ended the front ship. And I was like, "You fucking drunk! You bloody bashed into our rear end!"
Calm down, calm down.
No, not calm down. We're sinking.
Grimlock just puts in like Xerxes' head real quick.
you deal with that. I'll go deal with the problem of the ships.
You want to take these 2 with you?
Yeah.
I'll take Fred and the Bullbug.
Yeah.
Bulldog.
You two with
Go
me.
get him, Bulldog.
I'll let him do the conversation first, then I'll sort out the thing or try to sort out
Alright.
the thing.
So basically, you have a group of one ship gathered around and a group of the other ship, and it's like they're about to start fighting with each other if this goes on for very long.
I will thaumaturgy my voice to boom out and do the enough.
They go ahead and make an intimidation check with advantage.
Okay. Pretty sure I'm not proficient in intimidation. I can't remember. Nope.
Well, you do have advantage.
Huh.
All right. They, as you say, enough. They tremble for one moment, and then one person throws a rock at the other team, and now there's basically a brawl between the two boat crews. So they're punching at each other.
Is there a primary instigator or?
As far as you can tell, yeah, there's one. There was there's the person that threw the rock.
I would like to. Let me see here. Turn the two that seem like, I assume there's one on each side that's kind of taking
The lead, yeah.
the lead. Are they close to each other?
Basically they're having a stare off against each other while the rest of the crew is fighting with each other.
I would like to, if I may, with a level 2 spell slot, so I can get 2 people, I will cast Command.
All right.
I
What's the
will
command?
share that. I will command them to listen.
All right.
I will share the spell. Give me a second.
I will roll the saves because you target both of them, right?
Yes, there's the spell, and the DC is 17.
Both fail as they turn around and listen.
Stop, collaborate, and listen. We are all on the same side here. We will get your ship repaired. We will all maybe not be friends, but we have to do this for the prince. Our prince left because his grandfather passed away and left this gentleman here, and I go to point towards Grimlock, who's gone, and myself and a few others in charge. What can I do to make things better? What I can get my personal carpenters here. We can fix this. And if you think there needs to be a pissing contest for bragging rights, we can do it through an arm wrestling match or a card game, something. There are things that need our aggression far more than each other.
The leader of the boat that you're currently on, the one that
Yeah.
got crashed in from the back,
Yeah.
says, "We want justice. We want their henchmen has been drinking. We could smell it off of his throat. He is drunk.
Mhm.
They claim he is not. This is the reason why he clashed on, and they are trying to protect him."
Okay, well, I can personally look at this person and let you know, because that's the only way I can find out. I need to be as impartial as possible. I don't like that any of this happened. But once again, we are all, what would the term be? Umbrakians?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're all Umbrakians. And we're going to a place where that same helmsman could save your life tomorrow. I will go and see if this person is drunk. If they are, they will be punished. I promise you. But we cannot do this through violence, because what happens if an angry shark god suddenly appears here while you all are throwing rocks at each other?
They all step step backwards.
Exactly. Now let me, if I may, the helmsman is on the other ship.
Mm-hmm.
May I? I'm sure he's busy, but we can cut to Grimlock as I cast message and say I'm going to see the helmsman. They claim he was drunk. I managed to do
We
that
do
for
that
the fight.
first.
Yeah,
Go
do
ahead.
that first. It's all right.
You can
Okay.
go ahead and make me a medicine check to figure out if he's drunk or not.
Okay. And I believe, but medicine is definitely not charisma. So,
Nope.
since I'm inspecting him, I will guide myself if I may.
Yes.
And drunk, detect poison would not work on that, right?
Yes, it would.
Can I
But
please just cast detect poison and disease?
yes. And then you conclude that this person is very drunk.
Very intoxicated. Okay.
Mhm.
Sir, please
Yeah.
be honest with me. How intoxicated are you?
I only had
If you lie to me, I
one
will be
drink,
forced to.
and
And I give him that, that motherly look where the head kind of tilts and like, uh-huh. How big was this one drink?
there, as he points at the barrel.
Exactly. Now, sir, you are a helmsman. All of these people's lives are in your capable hands, and I believe you're capable, otherwise, you wouldn't have been selected by your crew. But you damaged the ship. And I will actually walk over and like do that showing like you do to a child. See what you did to who other other character. Do the ships belong to the Sultanate?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. You
Like
damaged
the only
something.
ship that doesn't belong to the Sultanate in this entire fleet is your ship, because Prince Kareem gave the rights to you guys.
To the 4-player characters. Yeah. Okay, I was just making sure the technicality on that, but you damaged something belonging to a man who just passed away.
I'm sorry, but I just miss my family, my uncle, my father. I thought going here was a great adventure, but
It will be. But, and I will turn to the crew, do you have another helmsman?
yes, we have the spare one.
Please put him in charge. May I speak to the captain or the helmsman of this ship that's been damaged?
Yes, the other one comes forward.
Uh, how long do you think it will take us to get this repaired, sir? I am not a carpenter. I can get as many
Uh,
carpenters together as possible.
my guess is have it fully fixed. Well, that we need an actual dock for,
Okay.
but to make it functional again, day's work.
It can be patched.
hmm
I
Although
I have
it wouldn't be optimal. We would be the slowest ship in the fleet.
well, we all move at the speed of the slowest, and unless Grimlock or the others oppose, that's what we'll have to do. May I look at it? And I'm assuming it is beyond the mending cantrip. Correct?
You need a
Didn't think
whole
that
lot of men. You need a level 9 mending to to fix this.
Okay. I thought so, but it's still that thing of maybe. Let me see what I've got
would.
amongst my.
You fix like one scuffed banister, and you're like, good enough.
It's good.
So I always say it like the mending cantrip is for basically like a key is broken in two, you put the two
Yeah.
sides together, and then you cast mending. That's about the limit of
I
what
thought
what
I
mending can
thought
do.
so, but hey, I had to ask. So, can we get some carpenters together, and I will even aid by guidance and bardic and stuff, and we're going to turn this into like barn raising style with the Amish. We're going to get the best people together and
hmm
turn this into a social gathering pretty much to raise the morale instead.
Yes.
We're going to take helmsman Joe, as I'm going to call him, and let him sleep it off. get him some coffee. But for his own safety, unless, and I will speak to Grimlock about this later, unless Grimlock opposes, I think he should go to our ship to sleep this off, just so the other ship doesn't decide to keel haul him.
Yeah, I
Alright,
could if we
and
wanted.
then
That's a
now
new
we
phrase
go
I
to
learned.
the lower level, Grimlock. You are there with Fred and Bullbug.
I'm just gonna be expecting the damage between the two ships, like how, like, to see what exactly
So
is
there,
happening.
so basically, you have the first ship, and the second ship basically drove into the back of the first ship.
Mm-hmm.
So as you go down, you like see the front of the back ship.
Mm-hmm.
You even see a window, and you could literally like crawl through the window and enter the other ship.
I think we could. I think with the help of some repairmen and my ability to control some water, we might be able to move them apart. Would you be able to help with that, Fred?
Sure. I could
Okay.
also help with this.
hmm
We
I
need
think we.
to push it out.
Yes.
Do I think if we pushed out right now, would it just start make things worse, or do you think it would make it be like all right?
And go ahead and make an investigation check.
Investigation. I'll guide myself for this. Ooh.
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
Be great. Oh well, I think it'd be a great act. God damn, I shouldn't
All
have asked
right,
this before
I
that
need
judgment.
strong men to help me.
Well, let's
I'm
get
going
the.
to push.
Well, before you do that, let's get some carpenters as well, just so we can be ready to start patching.
No, we charge.
Bullbug, no, we get carpenters. That is the sensible thing.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Oh boy, I
At
guide myself again.
disadvantage.
Oh boy. With the well, it's D4, but it won't make a difference in this case. I don't think a 7.
Charge! He
Well,
tries
that's
to
a-
he
that's
tries to push to
disadvantage,
the
but
front
still.
of the other ship.
Mm-hmm.
And succeeds as suddenly like upstairs like Pharuxes, you're one floor over you and you feel the other ship like being pushed away.
Message
Boop.
Grimlock.
Bullbug reacted like Bullbug would.
He charged. Carpenters, please, please, please.
As the ship like goes, the back ship seems to be still in decent shape, but because now the outside of the first ship or the front ship is exposed, it's
Mm-hmm.
making large amounts of water again.
Grimlock, can you control water?
Grimlock's like shit, and he just it only lasts 10 minutes, but I gotta shot this, and I cast
And
control
I'm
water.
gonna be right by him using the cantrip shape water.
Mhm.
Oh wait, I will wait till a bunch gets in there, then I will destroy water.
And Fred stands behind Grimlock and just says, when your power is gone, I'll switch with you.
Okay.
I'm basically just like casting reverse flow essentially to
Yeah.
like drag the water out of the
And
the
any
vessel.
extra that comes in, I will use create or destroy water. And
To be fair, once I run out, I'll turn into a large animal to try to keep it from sinking as well. That's also an
are
option.
you gonna plug it with an elephant?
No, I mean like I like it's kind of like swimming below it as like a large
Oh,
creature, and then
like a whale.
well as large as I can get, yeah, and then try to push upwards, kind of giving it a little bit more floatiness.
Like a baby shark. Do 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 do.
I'm gonna roll dice for how long it takes before, because you have 10 minutes, right? For the
10 minutes
yeah,
for control water.
20 minutes total. So how long it'll take before carpenters show up?
Perfect time for me to say this. Grimlock, I wish I could give you some of what I got, but I got nothing.
After 13 minutes, the first carpenters start showing up.
Oh, thank God! At least they're within the time limit.
So yeah, Fred takes over. And
What level is control
sorry?
water?
Level
Fourth.
4.
Fourth. Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
And,
otherwise I'd just keep casting it for now, but I can't, sadly.
as he keeps the water out, because the carpenters are now busy trying to fix it, although there is some pressure to it because they know when Fred runs out. Let's see. I'll roll another. Fred has 7 minutes left.
And again, if Fred runs out, I will turn into it. Like I don't know what would be the most helpful, but I would say like constrictor snake is the largest creature I can turn into that has a swimming speed, so I'll try to use that to kind of pull
Yeah.
like push upwards with
Yes.
to try to help as
After
best I can.
7 minutes, Fred's power also wanes. So you turn into a constructor snake to go underneath
Oh,
the ship to try and keep it
hello?
afloat.
Did we lose him?
I think Yannick is.
Are you
Yannick,
don't
you
hear
there?
me?
Oh, you cut out at the last.
You kind of went
You
echoey.
said 7 minutes and then it cut essentially.
Seven minutes
Wow.
pass as you as the water comes in again, as Fred's control water is also out.
Hmm.
And then you turn into the constructor snake and go down and keep it up. And in those last remaining 2 minutes, the carpenters at least make it from stopping the boat from sinking. But they
Hmm.
still need quite some time to make it completely operational again.
During that time, if it would have helped, I would have used my emboldening bond and bardic inspirations, trying to keep people's motivation going. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm not much help on other stuff, but I can say, good job, well done, team.
Alright. And eventually, after a while of work, the ship is operational again, but like I said, does need a
Proper repair job.
proper repair spot.
Hmm. Well, what it ended well.
Even if, and because if we tried to like tow it with another ship, it could damage it, I'm sure.
Yeah, it'd be better off just letting it sail under its own power.
But
Once,
thing, why don't we put somebody we trust on this ship that can contact us? Do we know anybody else that has like the message spell or anything?
I don't
uh,
think any of your
no, I don't
Yeah,
followers
think.
is powerful enough.
I didn't know if Jafar maybe had it. Fred, do you
Maybe.
know? Do you know the message cantrip?
Let's see. No, he does not.
Oh,
We just have to rely on people telling us, I think.
okay. I was gonna say we could slow our ship down some, but we need to lead the way.
You could also just assign. Like you have 88 other ships you could assign to like
Yeah.
Well,
sticking close to them.
yeah, no, that's what I was gonna say. We'll assign like one of the military vessels to keep an eye on the ship.
Yeah. We'll assign one of the military vessels, and then I'm sure we have like the ship that is carrying a bunch of supplies.
Hmm.
We'll keep it nearby too.
Yeah.
You could even like tell a couple of people on this ship to like go sit in another ship for safety.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Come with
yeah.
come
Well,
with us. We'll take
we
the
don't need.
Bandai
There's
and
Yeah, but we can kind of like spread them out. We don't always have to take people onto our ship. There's 90 ships that we can spread them across.
well, I know.
And I'm not saying we can't take people on, but I'm just saying we don't always have to bring them to us because there's 90 ships worth of like space to throw around.
Hmm.
Yeah, we'll spread them a couple out and like lighten the load of that ship. We'll by taking some stuff off of it and putting it onto our supply boats just to try to like make sure it's not as likely to sink with the weight.
Hmm. And then the important question:
Hmm.
how are you going to punish the drunk? Or is he even going to get punished?
Well, if I would come to Xerxes and go like, there will need to be a public. I think we need to punish him.
I was going to put him on the ship that he damaged and put him doing manual labor for them.
That could be part of the punishment.
I will not have him whipped or flogged or anything like that.
I understand, but these things cannot be allowed to happen, and just getting a little bit of manual labor might be seen as too lenient. He risked the lives of 2 full boats of people with his actions, and if manual labor is I think a punishment of some kind is required.
But their actions not brought on by malicious intent. It's literally homesickness, the same thing I've been dealing with.
I understand, but one's negligence could cost the lives of many. He was in charge of an important role, and he should have been acting as such. If he did not feel ready for such a role, he should have informed somebody else and let them take over, but not to leave his duty derelict and allow such a catastrophe to happen. What if one of those ships sank, Xerxes, because of his negligence?
Then it sank, and we would rescue the people.
We could rescue some, but there's no guarantee they'll their lives. Xerxes, this is not the point of what ifs. The point is the actions he did could and have caused damage.
Then I leave it in your hands.
If you don't want to see this,
Do.
Xerxes, if you don't want to see the Xerxes, you go below.
I'm going back to our ship.
Fine. I will deal with this. And
How shall Amon Hittup be punished?
Is that really his name?
Yeah.
Gods. Amonatef. I look to Fred and Bullbug. I'm assuming Fred and Bullbug. They're still here. It's like, Fred, you're a sailor. What would be an appropriate punishment for such a thing, bar death?
No death. Very simple.
Flogging?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. How much flogging do you think?
Uh,
One for each person who is possibly at risk?
no, that's too extreme.
Maybe. Yes.
I'd say 5 times is sufficient.
Fine. And I announced to everybody, it's like, to the ship, it's like, now all listen. This is not done because we are malicious, but because this negligence can't be condoned on these vessels. We are here to protect you, but we are also here to make sure that everybody does their duty.
What was his name again? Sorry.
Amon Hittup.
A man who sorry, it's so hard for me to say. Hotep will be flogged for his negligence, and I want this to be a firm lesson to anybody who thinks they should neglect their duty.
And I don't know who will have do it. I'll do it. You know what? I'll do it.
Should I do it?
Bullbug, you'll possibly kill the man.
Exactly.
No, like Bullbug, I appreciate your enthusiasm, but again, I need somebody who won't kill him.
Bad Bullbug.
But Bullbug, it's all right. Okay? I will enact such a punishment to this man.
Alright. Once 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Mm-hmm.
As he gets checked if he needs any medical attention after that.
Mm-hmm.
And he will probably also be guarded for a little while so that he doesn't go drinking again.
Yeah.
And relieved of his position.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, and after that, a new day. 10. The next day, nothing happens as well.
Is that the day's done then?
Yeah, pretty much. We have
Oh, yeah,
one
yeah.
more day. We have one more day to roll to see if
Mhm.
anything happens, and then you arrive at Illyria.
Yes. I did go to Xerxes though. I know before the roll just happens. It's like, and I just go,
Xerxes, I do understand your reasoning, but these things have to be done.
You get nothing out of him.
Fine. You can sulk, Xerxes. But when
It's not sulking. It's we've done everything we can to earn the respect, and you told me to handle it my way.
I
And as soon as I
understand.
had it handled, you stepped in with violence again.
Xerxes, there's lots of things
No,
can be
you told
condoned.
me to handle it. And
I've,
once again, didn't trust me, so you stepped in and did it your way.
I have trusted you with lots of things, Xerxes. I let you take Fred aboard. I did not do anything about that. I simply thought that being too lenient in this case can be detrimental. The man risked too many lives. Fred was essentially a harmless, stowaway. The crime must befit the punishment, and manual labor for such negligence can't just be condoned all the time. He may not thank me for it, but the crew that may survive because of it may be happier that they're at least not having to look over their shoulders that he is now always there, and anybody who thinks that they could get away with being lax under our leadership will no longer believe to do so. I am sorry it upsets you, but as I've said before, these are things that must be done sometimes. And I do apologize if I overstepped, but it had to be done.
And he leaves it at that. If you're not gonna talk to me, walks away.
It's just one of those things. He felt he said his point and left it at that.
Yeah, that's fair. Grimlock said his point and left it at that.
As you travel now, you can see from afar already the city of Illyria.
Mm-hmm.
I'll see here a map. It is a huge city, although Embark itself is bigger. But from afar, you can already see that there's like at the bay, there are lots of ships, but they aren't docked.
Mm-hmm.
And you can already see that it looks extremely dirty and unorganized, and you can even see certain houses have caught on fire, and nobody even bothered extinguishing the fires.
Mm-hmm.
And the sheer this is like, whereas Ambarak was a big mixture of all sorts of things, and Tabris was very neat and orderly. As a city, this is this doesn't look like a city. This looks like a slum,
Mm-hmm.
like an entire city converted into a slum. And as you arrive there, and so get ready to set foot on your on the first part. Payment says, I think if you want to enter this city, you need to use the small boat. Don't think it's a good idea to go in with the big boat.
No, I think it's best that the fleet stays outside of the docks for now
Mhm.
until we secure an area and clear out most of this raff.
He nods. Those are citizens, though, even though they are hardened criminals at the time.
No, it is. I do not mean to do anything rash. Just that, in this case, we need to make sure of the intentions of any of those boats.
Exactly, and we have to wait, and we have to wait until Prince Kareem arrives so that we can travel further to Canero.
Mhm.
So we'll be here for a while.
Yes. For now, dock the boats a bit further, maybe slightly further up the coast, and we just make sure there's at least a decent bit of distance between them and any of the other vessels here.
Nods. One also a thing, the water here in the bay is like super dirty, whereas further away where you came from, the water was nice and clear.
Yeah, that's
As
fair.
you are now here in Illyria, that is where we'll end today's session.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.